Yes, guys, welcome back to another show. Breaking news show, guys. Darwin Nunez is officially a Liverpool footballer. He's our new forward, our new striker, our new number 27. Yeah, I'll say the new number 27. There's a lot of outrage. I don't get it personally. I don't think it matters what shirt number you bloody get. I think it's ridiculous. But there is a lot of outrage on some Liverpool YouTube channels right now as we speak. I was just watching one just a second ago, and there is outrage. People are angry and upset, and I don't get why. Don't get why, mate. I don't get why. He's a striker. Yes, he's getting a rig. He's number 27. Bobby Firmino's got the number 9. Well, you just want to rip the Bobby Firmino 9 off his back. You know, it's not how it works, guys. He will get that number 9 shirt eventually. But in the meantime, he's our number 27. He takes a Reeky shirt. I'll tell you what that does make me think, though. Tell you what that does make me think. That the number 10 shirt's going to be available. Number 10 shirt's going to be available. So is that going to Carvalho? The number 10 shirt going to Carvalho. That is one thing I'm thinking now. Because if Mane's going to be leaving, ain't he? This is probably the end of Mane now. So if Mane's leaving, yeah, Carvalho must be getting the number 10 shirt, or we are buying another player, and that player will get the number 10 shirt. Honestly, I don't understand the outrage. I have just watched a channel. Big up to him as well. He does great stuff over there, but I can't agree with anything he just said. None of it made sense to me. He's going off for one. He's not proper upset. He's proper angry and upset that he's got the number 27 shirt, number 9. He's calling Klopp things. And so what is going on? What is happening in the world? We just bought a brand new striker and people are upset. It's the madness. I don't get it. Let's get to some of your comments and we'll get on with the show. Dave in the house. Oh, Darwin. Stand by. Let's go. 2 + 7 = 9. And Darwin and Carroll point 2.9. Off topic. Well, you've seen the England squad. I think Gareth's got seen the light. Is he playing attacking teams a lot? Brilliant singing. Brilliant signing. I think he's going to score a truckload for us. He certainly will. Oh, here we go. For fuck's sake, our new 80 million striker does not get the number 19 shirt. Number 9 shirt. What's it matter? Didn't Robbie Fowler play number 23? I mean, what? Like for a while, what does it matter? Seriously, Stevie Gerrard came into the Liverpool team. He was number 17 for a year, and then he got the 8 jersey. I don't understand why it matters, guys. This is 2022. This is not 1997. It doesn't matter. What does it matter? Bobby hardly played last season, and he had the number 9 shirt. I know people are like, oh, that means Bobby's going to play next season. Bobby didn't play this season. What is everyone on about? Bobby didn't play this season. He's doing the number 9 shirt. When Bobby leaves, I am very sure that Darwin Nunez will receive the number 9 shirt. I don't see the problem. People are looking far too deep into this. It doesn't matter. Trent Alexander-Arnold's the number 66. It doesn't matter, guys. You just got to chill a bit. Numbers don't matter. Song is class, Dave. Anyone want to feel well? Darwin Nunez was 5 years old when we won the number 5 in Istanbul. Jesus Christ. How old was I? I was 25. Fucking 2 + 7 = 9, baby. Yeah, there you go. Big up, Jamie, and number 27. John Conway, member of the team. Hi, Jamie. Statman, what's this? I've DM'd you, mate, if you want me to jump on. Oh, have you? Oh, I didn't even look. Sorry, Stubbsy. I'll get you on, mate. Yeah, all right. Let me sort you out, my friend. Let me sort you out. Hang on, Stubbsy. Let me sort you out. Oh, there you go. I've seen it now. There it is. There you go. Oh, there you go. Smashed it. It's all sent to you, my friend. So come on in. Evening, Jamie. What? Name names, Jamie. I'm not going to name names. I think people might know in a way. There's some people in the chat that might actually know the people I'm talking about. Welcome to the best team in the world, Darwin. Yes, exactly. 6'2", Uruguay. Nunez, you'll never walk alone. You've seen Nunez. We brought you from the land of Portugal. He gets the ball. He scores a goal. Darwin Núñez plays for Liverpool. Yeah, 10 is interesting. Exactly. Big up, Jamie. Good. Big up, John Moore. Carvalho is a 10. Yes, he is. Jamie, it's quite like that buying has to cough up the money. I heard a report that buying don't pay but keep money. Exactly. Edward's delighted. You don't realise how big the number 9 shirt is for shirt sales. Yeah, still sell a shirt. I don't think the number matters, guys. No one cares about the number, honestly. It's the name on the back of the shirt. If Cristiano Ronaldo decided tomorrow to change his CR7 gimmick and turn it into CR19, everyone would just get rid of the CR7 shirts and buy the CR19 shirts. Don't matter. It's the name on the back. Jamie, did you hear about Bellingham's and Madrid links? I think I did, and we're going to talk about that in this video because it might make us act a bit early. People are freaking out for no reason. It's madness. People need to grow up if they're upset about the 27, what Divock has done and lives forever. And this Bobby disrespect is a joke. It's not a number 9. Bobby ran himself into the ground for this club. Yeah, exactly. Maybe we'll buy a 10 and Carvalho gets Tacky's number. It's 1-0 Hungary. Yeah, cool. Did that statement really make me feel old as I can remember the first European Cup in 77. Big up Philip. 1-0 Hungary. Jesus Christ. Those Southgate's a plonker, honestly. We've done it. Big up Pablo. Why does a shirt number? It don't matter to me. Hungry. If we give him the 9, we have to change Bobby's song. Yeah, exactly. But Bobby's only going to be around for another year. Darwin Nunez is 22. He's going to get the number 9 shirt. It doesn't matter. I think Robbie Fowler, when he came to the Liverpool team for about 2 years, had the number 23 on his back or something like that. I remember. Stevie G had the number 17 on his back. Look, we call them number 9s and number 10s and number 11s, but that's not always the number they have on their back, is it? It's cool. We don't have to worry about it so much. Now let's hope we get a midfielder. Saving the shirt number 27 for Jude there. Don't. I've seen that argument as well already. Some people going to be pissed if Jude don't get the number 8 shirt straight away. So yeah, it's a mad one. Let's get Stephen. Right.
Yeah, good mate. You?
Yeah, I'm good. Darwin is a red, or someone hungry for goals. England shit. Bobby can't string his shoelaces together 9 and a couple of games together. That's 12. Geez, can't we just be happy about the sign instead of dropping shirt numbers? It's mad. It's mad. There's a few YouTubers at this moment in time absolutely going nuts about it. People are talking shit about Nuñez. Just talk about shit about him and don't know what's happened to his fan base. Tell me about it.
Mm-hmm.
The Liverpool fan base at the moment is just, it's all over the shop, ain't it? It's mad. Yeah. 6 times was 4.
Oh,
look at 6 times his new picture. I was 25 when we won in 2005.
2005. What would I have been? I was
21.
I would have been 20. 20.
Get in there, Reds. Big up, Luke. Or Ricky. Cool. More likely Luke. I'm so happy Darwin is a red.
Yeah.
Trent's tweet was class. I've not seen him. Go and have a look.
Yeah, he said.
When I asked Darwin if he cares about the shirt number, no, exactly.
Yeah.
Player. It's ridiculous to play the shirt way around. Savage, if you're available, you can come in if you want to send you the link. Trent, Jamie's Trent tweet. Jamie.
That was funny. That. Have you not seen it?
No.
He just basically tweeted saying, "How may I assist you at Darwin 99?" So yeah, it was funny. It was funny.
Anyone else got the fan on the UK starting to warm up? Yeah, it's hot today.
It is warm.
Big up, Luke, or is it Ricky? Well, it's probably 1-0 Hungary. So hilarious. Danny up the res. What do you think of Paul Joyce saying no midfielders this summer? Missing trick, especially when soon went for 25 million Spurs. I think we're getting one.
They're not missing a trick for me personally, Jamie. I think the only reason why we're not going in for him is because of his ongoing court case. I think If it wasn't because of that, I thought we would have been in for him, to be honest.
Yeah, well, apparently there's rumours going around that Liverpool spoke to him a couple of seasons ago and didn't like his attitude.
Yeah.
We go very much on personalities, don't we? Shirt sales and numbers mean nothing, believe me. If the player is a superstar, who will sell. Ronaldinho 99, Trent 66, Beckham 23.
Didn't that Inter Milan player have 9+1 or something? There was
Yeah. It's the name more than the number.
Yeah. I mean,
it's be our new number 10.
It's just absolutely crazy, mate. I don't get these people. At the end of the day, if you give me a choice to play for Liverpool, I wouldn't even question what number I was. It's the chance to play for Liverpool Football Club. It's to put that jersey on. I wouldn't matter if it's 101. I wouldn't care.
No,
and I'm sure he doesn't care either. So it's real strange.
He's playing for Liverpool Football Club. Why would he care? It's just a madness. It's just a madness. Savage, I've sent you a link on your Twitter, your Savage Talks Football Twitter, in your DM. If you go to that, there'll be a link there, and you can come through if you want, mate. I'll send it there for you. It's a good day, though. Look, it's a good day. At the end of the day, let's read a bit out. So Liverpool confirmed Darwin Nunez signing for $85 million deal from Benfica. The striker has signed a 6-year contract at Anfield. Liverpool beat Man United to the forward. Liverpool have announced the signing of Darwin Núñez from Benfica for a fee around $85 million. The Uruguayan international turns 23 next week. He's such a baby. Was the top scorer in the Portugal top flight last season with 26 goals and scored 34 in total, including one in each leg against Benfica's Champions League quarter-final with Liverpool. His arrival in a 6-year contract should clear the way for Sadio Mane to join Bayern. Talks are continuing over a transfer for the Senegal forward, who has indicated he wants a new challenge. The initial fee for Nuñez will be $64 million, but that fee will rise to $85 million should he reach certain milestones in Liverpool career, including winning the Champions League. So when we come to talking about Darwin Núñez's signing of Darwin Nunez, it's $64 million. I don't want to hear Sky Sports going that day, or it's 85. It's not, because at this moment in time, them add-ons have not counted.
No.
You watch the narrative. It'd be madness. His interview, Barcy said that he's not fussed about scoring one when comes another. Usually follows his ice cold.
Yeah.
The sweet thing is he rejected United. He certainly did. He did want to go from the United are in the shambles.
Yeah.
Ricky, Nuñez going to get 20 goals in the Prem buzzing. Hold your horses. Just everyone hold their horses on Nuñez's goals. Not many people scored 20 goals a season in the Premier League. It's not as so. Look, if Nuñez gets 15 goals this season in the Premier League for his first season, amazing stuff. Yeah, amazing stuff. Not many people, it's freaks. They get over 20 goals. I think Torres, before Salah, Torres was the last one. I think he got 20 on his debut season, didn't he? And then obviously Mo got 32, which is just stupid.
Yeah, Mo's a different kettle of fish, though, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Sean was 15 back in 2005. It made me feel old, guys.
You're lying there, John. Surely.
Yeah,
maybe 35.
I'm going to be nice to John. Right. If the number lets us know, who cares exactly? Savage is busy people elbowing the like button. Yeah, so I tweeted it to your Savage Talks Football, my man, if you're there. I tweeted
You'll be there.
Trent excited. But there'll be someone else to get onto his crosses.
Have you seen his interview yet, Jamie, or not?
No, I haven't. I was eating dinner and then it all came out and I thought I better make
just after 7, wasn't it?
Yeah,
just after 7. But
I know people are upset at this as well. People are actually upset over his introduction video. It is the man. People are actually upset over Nuñez's introduction video as well, saying it's naff. YouTubers who make a better one. Probably could, but does it matter? I don't really. People just find everything so angry about. Why is he the number 27? The intro video was shit. So What do you want them to do? Come out in a mighty red costume and rip it off and go, I'm here. AKA Survivor Series by 88. Do you want them to do something stupid like that? I don't know what this world's coming to, Savage. I really don't.
Our fan base is in the mud.
It's just mad.
It's supposed to be a happy, joyous day, isn't it? Jesus, Darwin Day, bro.
Exactly. I've been watching LFC TV since about 9 o'clock this morning, waiting for it to be announced.
I'm convinced that Stubbs is the source, you know. He never seems to be around when them tweets get put out by LFC. I'm telling you, bro.
I know. Can't reveal me sources.
In fact, has anyone ever seen Stubbs and Paul Joyce in the room at the same time?
No. Paul Joyce is on everyone's hit list as well. Leave Paul Joyce alone, guys.
Paul Joyce is a G, man. I trust that guy still.
Man's just doing his job. And the thing with Paul Joyce, though, if you look into his what he said, he didn't say we wouldn't buy a midfielder.
Said it's unlikely, didn't he? But
He just said it's unlikely, but next season that is what Liverpool are looking at. So Liverpool won't be buying forwards next season. They're looking at midfielders. But it doesn't actually say, no, Liverpool won't be buying any midfielder whatsoever. It's just, look, we all know what we all know the midfielder Liverpool are looking at. It's a bit like the Van Dijk situation, ain't it, guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
We wanted Van Dijk. Klopp wanted Van Dijk. We were desperate for a defender. And I think we had, was it Skirtle and Lovren at the back at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah. No wonder he was desperate for a defender. And because we kept scoring goals. I remember that season. We'd score 3 or 4 and concede 3.
Yeah.
4 at the same time. It was madness. It was a madness.
I think Skirtle's legacy at Liverpool was a bit of a mess, man. Like, he was all right, man. It didn't end well.
He started the season.
Yeah, he didn't end well, but he was all right, man.
When he grew hair back, something happened.
Yeah, that was weird. That was. Do you remember when Fingy Konchesky got hair? And I was like, what the?
That was weird as well.
It's not right.
I'm still traumatized by him anyway. Him being a Liverpool player.
Who, Konchesky?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went from Stone Cold to John Cena in like half a season, bro. I don't know where he got there.
Do you remember when his mum got on the message board to all the Liverpool fans? Don't give my son grief. I bet he was well happy with that, wasn't
he? Yeah.
It weren't his fault at the end. They shouldn't have been bought. Paul reported no more signings. Matheus Nuñez was another one mentioned yesterday too. Yeah, I mentioned it this morning as well. It's another one to look out for. I think the theory of Darwin signing is to involve our team agree. I see what you've done there, Edward.
Come on, Charles Darwin, the legend, bro.
See what you're doing. I just think this is a good signing, guys.
I'm happy I am, man. I'm excited now. I'm really excited. I'll say as well that I know that everyone wants a midfielder in it, and I'm not really. I said on the other show what we've done. I said I'm not really into the stopgap business. I think if you buy a midfielder, whether it's not the big signing or not, like it's still going to be part of the squad rotation because we've got loads of competitions. I think we're always going to be in loads of competitions just because we're the best team. So but I still think we can do something. If we don't end up signing a midfielder, I'm not going to be. I'll just get over it, and then I think we can do something. Anyone who thinks we can't do something, I don't know what you just saw last season. We just done some stuff. So you know what I mean? I know the team's going to be. They're going to be like 5-6 months older. It ain't going to be that much of a big difference. And I think a lot of what the midfield are getting flack for, which is justified, but some of it's like they do stuff and then the players don't put the ball in the back of the net. Now we got someone who can.
I think.
Exactly. Because obviously, like Man City and stuff like that, a lot of their games towards the end, they were winning like 5-0 and stuff like that. It looked like the midfield was doing way more than it was, but people fold against Man City. They keep the ball so well that people just fold in it and then they give up and they're like, "Oh, it's a whatever, it's a free hit." But I think we'll be all right, man. I'm like Carvalho. I'm sure. I know that everyone keeps saying all this stuff about like the talk is he might play across the front three and all that stuff. But like I said, I don't know where that come from. I don't know if that's come from Klopp or whoever.
I think Paul Joyce put it out.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I've seen him come off the left for Fulham. I've seen him play. In fact, when you look at his heat map for Fulham, it's like it's nearly equal in every position across the front and number 10. But we've got to remember we're not Fulham, so he won't need to do as much there. Him in the number 10 role is damn near perfect, and I'm sure that he'll get loads of games this season, and if he's good enough, then he'll end up taking someone's role and he'll be starting the games, which is a good thing. He'll push people, but if not, then mate, the youth in our team, it's looking good, man. It's looking good. I don't know in the Prem who's got a better in terms of youngsters, because everyone was raving on about Arsenal before.
Arsenal, apparently.
I don't want to diss Arsenal's youngsters and that, but they're not better than us. I don't think they are. Yeah, he was pretty much Saka and Martinelli everyone was talking about, no one else. And
I think Odegaard's still young, isn't he? But obviously he's not.
He's a good player, actually. He's a good player.
Odegaard's a good player.
Don't you feel like Odegaard's been around for 20 years?
He feels like he's been 16 for 10 years.
Yeah. I remember when Real Madrid
on trial.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and Brendan said no because Brendan knows the player.
I still think, Jamie, that we're still going to sign a midfielder this season because
I think so.
I think with the sales generated, obviously with what we're outlining anyway, and especially that it's came out just today that Madrid are definitely going to be interested in Bellingham. I wouldn't be surprised if we do something similar like we've done with Diaz, where it's going to pull our hand and we're going to have to go in sooner than what we would have thought. So
I think so, because this Real Madrid talk is actually proper serious. They want Madrid ain't messing about. They want a midfield threat of Bellingham, Camavinga, and
that'd be scary.
Quite decent, isn't it?
They want that. That's what they want, and then you got Valverde who can slot in there as well. That's
the only thing is, as well, though, I mean, the saving grace for us is that all his family are Liverpool fans. So if Liverpool are interested, he will come to us, won't he? So
If Liverpool put up the money, this is the thing. I've said it's the Van Dijk situation.
Yeah.
But Liverpool, obviously, we desperately needed a defender. Klopp knew that, but Klopp only wanted Virgil van Dijk. We messed it up in the summer by actually talking to him before the club. And although, by the way, everyone does it.
Yeah.
Everyone does it. I mean, how do you think you put feelers out there? You talk to
exactly.
But Liverpool got more caught for it. So we got caught with our pants down, basically. So we had to apologise and say, right, we won't be coming in for him again. And then just left it as that. And then we looked at, and then everyone was, I remember I was even going, but we still need a defender. You know, I was even going, we still need a defender. We can't keep going with liability and liability plus two. You know, and it's just, we can't keep doing it. And Klopp was like, no, there's no one else I want. There's no one else I want.
Yeah, that tapping up thing, it's not really real, is it? Because like, if you've got players in your squad who play for the same international team as whoever, just go on when you go on international. Do you have a word?
Yeah, everyone taps up. You just go to one of your teammates and say, right, when you see one in the national jersey, give him this letter.
Just have a quick word.
Give him this letter. Give him this letter.
One thought about Bellingham.
It's got my phone number on the bottom of it. Just give me a call.
One thought about Bellingham is the fact that I haven't heard anyone saying it, but it's World Cup season, isn't it? And the better he does in the World Cup, the price is going up.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you want him now.
Yeah,
I mean, judging by how England's playing right now, we ain't got to worry about it too much.
To be fair, I don't think Bellingham will play much at the World Cup. You know what Gareth Southgate's like.
I think he will. You know, I think Bellingham will start.
He should.
I think he'll start.
He should be Rice and Bellingham in the middle.
Yeah, Southgate's a bit of a. People talk about stubborn managers, but this guy, if he just doesn't like you very much, he won't play him, and that's why he never starts Grealish. I mean, Grealish for Man City and Grealish for England, two different things. When Grealish comes on for England, the game changes a little bit because he carries the ball, but Southgate's not interested at all.
No, they don't want ball carriers. It's like for me, Reece James and Trent should both be playing for England. I think you can play Reece James. If you're playing a back three, you can play Reece James in the back three and Trent at right back. Right wing back. I mean, you can do it. He's so stubborn to try and do it, like because he likes Mings and Maguire. He likes the awful centre backs and look, I like the kid at Wolves. Don't get me wrong, but he's not an international defender, is he? And you know,
Cody.
He's
better than Mings, though.
He's better than Mings. Yeah, I mean, I'm better than Mings. But yeah, I think this Bellingham deal could be quite similar to that. I think Bellingham, Liverpool, Klopp only wants Bellingham. You don't see any other midfielder around that price range. Bellingham cost as equal to Bellingham. So if he's got 80 million to spend on the centre mid, it's Bellingham or nothing. Yeah. And the problem is if Real Madrid come call him, Real Madrid are serious. They don't mess about, do they? It's not like Tottenham they're messing about with a price. Madrid will just come in. Yeah. So if that is the case, that might wake Liverpool up a little bit to go, you know what, we'll just do it now. Put something down now. You don't have to actually put all the money down. You can do a thing where you put some down now to guarantee it for the following season. That's what we did with Cater. We didn't actually put it all down.
Yeah.
And don't forget, when we bought Cater that year, we still bought Oxlade Chamberlain, by the way.
Yeah, we did.
Because and I always forget this. Ox had a year left in his contract at Arsenal. We spent 40 million on him.
I know, it's crazy.
And everyone says we wouldn't do that sort of thing. So
yeah, he scored against us the week before, and then the next.
We're like, fuck it.
That's our philosophy, isn't it? Score against us, play well.
Bellingham, though, I think, the Real he definitely wants to play for Liverpool, but he's so young that he can literally pick either club and still have enough time in his career to play for the other one.
Play for both, yeah.
So I'm happy with Darwin, but we still haven't strengthened our squad as Nuñez is a replacement for Mane. But this is what I've been saying this a couple of days now. I think everyone's forgot we bought Diaz in January.
James losing his mind, man.
I think we all forgot Diaz only arrived in January.
Yeah.
He's literally brand new at the wrap-up. We're just taking him out of the box.
Everyone's discarded him already, man.
And he was Mane's replacement. Mane, I think personally,
it's 100% fact, bro.
I think the club knew Mane was leaving in the winter.
He was talking before, wasn't he?
Because if you remember, in December, January, Mane started talking about Real Madrid and stuff. And Mane has never spoke about any other club in his whole time at Liverpool.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, around December time, before Christmas, he started talking about your Madrids and your Bayern Munich and stuff like that, thinking maybe I will play for them before my career ends. And I remember doing the show about it. Like, what's that about?
As soon as somebody says, I don't know what my future holds, it's over, mate.
So I think around Christmas time, I think Liverpool always knew Sadio Mane was going to leave. So Diaz was always their future. Yeah, we'll go buy him this summer. But we also bought Nuñez this summer. So that tells me we was always going to buy 2 attackers this summer.
Yeah.
So we bought Mane's leaving, but we've got 2. We multiplied Mane. I think everyone's forgetting Diaz.
Mate, finding Nemo. You know Dory.
Yeah.
That's our fan base right now, man. Like,
who's next?
It's like we signed Jota 10 years ago, so he doesn't exist anymore.
No.
Like all the slander I see, when we're calling Nuñez a tall Jota and that, I'm like, oh, okay, well, let Jota just take his 20 goals out the squad and see where he was this season. He held the fort down. When Salah and Mane were going through that weird transition period of one of them playing good and one of them playing bad, Jota was in the middle. But when we talk about who had a great season and stuff, he gets left out like it doesn't exist. Which is weird to me because I'm pretty sure that Mane didn't score that many more goals than him. So that's weird for a start. And then they got the memory with the fact that, listen, I love Mane. I'm kind of like resigned to the fact he's gone now. I don't want to harp on about him constantly, but we got to stop lying to ourselves, man. Mane last season, he said himself he was trash, and he was trash. Let's be honest. People who love him and dearly and are attached to the idea of Mane will tell you that no, it was about 3 months he was trash, and it was about 2. No, it wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't. He was terrible for the whole season, all season, and then like about 4 months of this season. And then listen, so if you're demanding new contracts and stuff, I'm sorry, bro. It's just a look at the draw. You should have demanded it when you was playing good. Mane's been good attacking in the center for us. We've just got Nuñez in. Mane's a better player than Nuñez. He's more whatever. He's got more experience. He's been around longer. So that's not even an argument. So if people think we downgraded the squad in terms of a player, that's fine. But in terms of a number 9, we haven't. Mane's not a better number 9 than Nuñez. He's a better player. Mane, without being disrespectful, it's almost like failing in a spot. Like you're done in a spot now. We've got to move you on from the left wing. Diaz definitely was Mane's replacement.
Yeah.
And Jota was playing in that centre spot and he was starting games as well. It just so happens that he come back from AFCON with a new lease of life. Jota had a few games where, 1, he needed to be rested because he had been ran into the ground, and 2, his first touching that was off for a bit. And then when we played Mane, he kept scoring, and then, you keep scoring, you stay in the squad. The only problem is he didn't stop scoring, so he stayed there. But let's not pretend that Mane's been this great number 9 for 2 years for Liverpool, and he dragged us over the line and got us to all these trophies. Jota done he done as much as anyone else. Mane, Salah, and Jota, I would say, I don't think you can call it that Salah and Mane's done more than Jota last season. I think it's equal, and people are just ignoring Jota like it doesn't exist. It's very weird.
I think Jota might have outscored Mane by 1 or 2 last season.
He might have, he might have all around.
I think Mane got 18 and Jota got 20 or something, didn't they?
Yeah.
In competitions,
In all competitions, yeah.
It's just because Jota had a shit end of the season. To be fair, apart from Van Dijk, Alisson and Mane, everyone else did as well. So it's they just run themselves into the ground. But
yeah,
I think we're forgetting that. So our 6 forwards we have now. So you're more than likely to probably say that Nuñez will be through the middle, Salah off the right, Diaz off the left. That'll be your number 1 front 3. Yeah. And then your backup front 3 is Bobby, Jota and Carvalho more than likely. So that's 6 forwards. That's 6 forwards, yeah? So if we didn't have Diaz, by the way, guys, we'd only have 5 forwards. So with Mane leaving. So we actually got 2 replacements in for Mane, basically. That's how much Liverpool think of Mane, by the way. We had to get 2 in. So it's just, I think Diaz next season's going to be fantastic. Diaz might get a great load of assists next year for Nuñez, by the way, because Diaz is more of your winger. Out of all the attackers,
he's a proper winger, isn't he?
He's more of a touchline winger, ain't he? He's more of a touchline winger that can come in, create stuff, maybe score the odd goal in here and there, but he's very creative with his play. Salah's going to do Salah stuff. Let's not worry about Mo's just going to be Mo. And Diaz will bag goals. There's no doubt about it. Now,
I've got a feeling Robbo's assist might be up next season as well, Robbo and Summer.
Robbo linking with with Diaz next season,
Trent
finding, he's got someone to actually head the ball for him.
Oh, he's going to love that, Trent.
He already had Jota, but he's got another one now as well.
Yeah, and it changes the way we can play as well next season. Let's face it, we haven't played with a number 9 since, well, proper and out number 9. We haven't really played one in the Klopp era. So
no,
it's going to change the way I play. Maybe we're all scared of change. I don't know what it is. Maybe we're all a bit worried of change, But
I'm fine with it when it happens like this. When people are being phased out bit by bit, and it's when you do the Arsenal 2006 thing when your whole squad leaves. That's what nobody wants. But we've still got our best players. Our best players are still in the squad.
I think we overreact quite easily in our fan base sometimes.
Yeah.
Look, Mo, what's going to happen with Mo? I don't know. That's another thing down the line. If Mo by January hasn't signed a new contract, obviously he'd be talking to other people. So Liverpool will probably be doing research on attackers in January that they can get hold of in the following summer. Because what I'm reading, though, apparently an article came out yesterday that's saying Liverpool are very optimistic that Salah's going to sign a brand new contract. So
the thing is with that as well, Jamie, though, can we risk leaving it till January, because then players teams aren't going to want to sign them. They're going to wait until the summer to get them for free.
Yeah. In January, he can talk to every European club.
Yeah.
All the top boys in January. So, no, you need it done this summer. I just don't. If I look at Mo now, I'm thinking, right, Mane's left. I was 50-50 with him in a way. And Mane's left. Mo's probably like, I love Sadio, but now I'm more eyes are on me. I'm now the actual.
That's exactly what he thinks.
I'm the actual don of this attack now. Sadio's left. He obviously loves Sadio, but let's face it, Mo's got an ego. Mo wants to be numero uno. He wants to be number 1. And now with Mo gone, he's thinking, right, I am it. And this Nuñez fella's coming in. He's only going to help me as well. So I don't understand what holds him back. Yes, I know he wants 400,000 or 500,000. I've said it. I don't think he's a 400,000, 500,000 a week footballer, because he's all round play, ain't that? Right.
What years on a contract do you think we offered him, though?
I think if FSG go to Mo this summer, go, Mo, look, you've seen all the new players coming in. You can see we mean business. The boss is going to stay here for another 4 years. All the staff are here for another 4 years. We're growing the squad. Look at the youth coming through. We're going again. It's 300,000 a week.
Yeah, because I think that's what the reassurance is. When he said that it wasn't about money, I don't know if I believe it 100%, but I don't know the man in it, so I don't want to diss him. But I think that it was to do with the money might be fine, what they've offered him, but then it's like, how long and are we getting this contract for? Is it 2 years? Is it 4 years? And I'm guessing Salah would have asked for that contract to the end of his career now, because it's I'm not moving. I'm not trying to move after this So if you're stopping me from going to whoever, even though no one's actually asked for him, by the way, but if you're stopping me from going Real Madrid or PSG or whatever, you need to give me a contract. What's going to end my career here? Maybe the highest paid player. So might be that, man. But
Thanks,
I have no problem with him being the highest paid player at the club. But it's just how much you're asking for. I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, you don't want it to be ridiculously high, and then obviously you've got then it just starts a massive domino effect on it. Players will go, oh well, if he's on that, then I want that. Or Van Dijk, you can argue that him and Alisson are probably were our two most important players last season. So I mean, you'd think they would want more.
I've always said that Van Dijk's our best footballer, and I think it does show when he's not playing.
Yeah,
I think we could still compete if Salah didn't play for a season. I really do. I think the team would work itself out in them areas. But if Van Dijk went around for 12 months, forget about it.
We've seen it, didn't we?
Yeah, we saw that, man, and that was horrible.
I'm telling you, forget about it. And obviously, I'll get your opinion on this as well, guys, about Nat Phillips. So there's a chat about Nat Phillips at the moment that apparently Jurgen Klopp doesn't want to sell him. He only wants to loan him out now because he sees him as Joel Matip's long-term successor at the football club.
All right.
How do you feel about that?
I'd be happy with that.
I love that.
Look what he done for us last season. Him and Reece Williams, fantastic. That's the reason why we were one of the main reasons we were in the Champions League.
You're not allowed to say that. Don't say that. Jesus Christ.
One of the main reasons. No, you can say it.
Reds will come after you. You're not allowed to say Reece Williams and Nat Phillips were one of the reasons. You're not allowed to say it because everyone goes, they got the reasons. It was Mo Salah's goals that got us in the top four. It's like, all right, take them away from it then and just let Mo score goals and we can see 6 every game.
Yeah.
You know, the worst thing about last season is that we didn't, even though we lost all them games and we lost nearly all of them by 1 goal, man.
Yeah.
And it was all like stupid. Weird. I mean, yeah. But the Van Dijk was still there when we lost that game.
Mm-hmm.
That was early in the season. That's yeah.
That was a weird game, wasn't it? That game
was weird, man.
I watched that back.
Took about 4 deflections on about 5 different goals, and then Adrian was moving mad.
Adrian was never in position for a single goal, by the way. I've watched it back. Like there were shots that went through the middle, and he was like half.
The worst one was Grealish's goal. It was a goal what Grealish scored. Had no power.
No.
Adrian did what he did against Atletico Madrid. He dived like. Do you remember Morata's goal when he like fell to one side and then realized my hips don't work. I'm not going to try and get back up. He just left it.
Got 0 stretch. The man needs to do yoga. The man's got 0 stretch.
Yeah. He needs to work out with Mo, man. Because I don't know what's going on there. But as for Nat Phillips, I love the guy. I do. I mean, I don't want to overreact because I was in the bubble of like I was really excited for what he done for us last season.
Yeah,
and he does have his flaws, but his flaws more than anything are pace. But Matip's not that fast either, to be honest. Nat Phillips can pass the ball pretty damn good as well. He's great in the air. I'd argue that he's better in the air than Matip.
He'd put his head through a brick wall as well.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, the man's go have issues in his 60s. Let's put it this way.
Yeah, exactly. and obviously he's more experienced now from when we had him in last season. It's a year on. He's played another year of football. I think he'll be great, man. It doesn't stop us buying other centre backs in the future either. It just means that he's always going to be there. And like I said, listen, the whole going for 4 trophy thing, that's every big club that's what they go for at the beginning of the season. Yeah. It's not their objective as per se, because obviously the objective is always going to be the big 2 trophies. But if you're good enough, you go as far as you can, and we're going to need these kind of players. And when everyone's putting their kids out in the League Cup and the FA Cup, and we're putting out ours or our second team is damn near the strongest one now, arguably, with a few more places. You know what I mean? Obviously, we might lose Taki and stuff, which I hope that doesn't happen, but it probably will. But yeah, our second. Look at the youngsters we just spoke about. They're all going to play in them games. Kelleher's going to be in goal. Gomez is going to play. So then we'll have Nat Phillips in them games as well. I like him, man.
For it, yeah, definitely.
Big up, 6 times as big up Julian Ward first Diaz.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Mark Wedge was around with him for the Diaz deal, but I think he's come out saying that as Julian Ward finished that deal off. And this is all Julian Ward, this deal. So it's just I know everyone was worried that Edwards is leaving. What we gotta do? And it's like Julian Ward just taking over, like just carry on. That back office must be a machine. I'm telling you. We don't see it. We just hear about it, but that must be. It's just a machine. Just Karen, look, I'm not just Karen. I saw you on the other channel as well. I know you're upset, but don't be my man. Bobby's
number 9 anyway, mate. So
Bobby will give him his number 9 once he leaves. Look,
yeah,
I know a lot of people. The channel I was watching, a lot of channels. People were upset that Bobby's still at the football club. Look, Bobby Firmino, like it or not, has done great things at Liverpool Football Club. If it weren't for Bobby Firmino, I don't think Mane and Salah would be as good as they are right now.
Nah, he's been massive in terms
as I keep saying, he hides their weaknesses, but brings out their strengths in their game. He's basically the
Paul press, doesn't he?
So the strikers. That's what he is. He just hides their weaknesses all the time, and
he's the most unselfish footballer I've seen.
And you ask Mane, ask at the end of their careers, you ask Mane and Salah who's the best player you played with, but they will say Bobby Firmino.
Yeah.
Ask Virgil van Dijk, who's the best player he's played with at Liverpool. He says Bobby Firmino. And there's a reason behind it. There's a reason behind all these players. And I'm going to take these players, they're professional footballers. So I'm going to take what they say.
Yeah, Bobby's talent's not gone. You know what it is, man? His legs
shattered.
They've been ran into the ground, man.
I've got a pressing machine.
Yeah, man. Like one of my best friends is a Man U fan, and he used to joke with me about this, but he's actually level-headed. Like, we don't really do the banter and stuff more. And he used to say to me all the time about this article that he showed me about 4 years ago from one of the German coaches who used to work for Klopp at Dortmund, and he was basically. He used to tell me all the time, he's like, I'm telling you, bro, in 3 seasons, your players' legs are going to be gone, man. Because that's what and yeah, man, this happened to Goethe and that, bro. Like, they were dead at the end. It's just, you know what I mean? Some people can adapt to that style of football, but listen, there's loads of different things to do. There's the slow twitch muscle fibers and fast twitch. There's all these muscle things and that. Some people's legs can't take it, man. And then they end up playing flipping Masters football and that, and they're still great, but they can't move as much. Bobby just can't judge. He can't judge power as much anymore. That's the you know what I mean? His passes are always short. They're never overhit. They're just short, and his shots don't have any power behind them. But the movement and little touches in that still there, man. And I'm sure, like, he has a rest. He's gonna go World Cup, but I'm sure he'll be on the bench. He ain't started for Brazil in about a year. Yeah. So. But he deserves some respect. You can't just come and take his number. I mean, even Nuñez. Exactly. I'm sure Nuñez would agree with that. I don't think he's come demanding a number. He doesn't. He hasn't done anything in his career to demand this number yet. Like, Beckham left Man U, and I remember being a kid, everyone's like, "Oh, Beckham's gonna get the number 7." Oh, Figo, what are you talking about? He went there and Figo said, "Whole 23." Who do you think you are?
Figo into the back room, right?
And then look, Beckham turned 23 into his whole brand, bro. Like, you can't just do that. You know what I mean? There's only certain superstars who move across. Yeah. I think Cavani wanted a number when he got to Man U. I don't know if he got it. I don't think he did.
Well, Cavani was number 7, wasn't he? Cavani
was, and then Ronaldo came and took it. And that's how it works. Ronaldo is Ronaldo, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm CR7. You know, I can't change that. So you're giving it to me.
But he got number 21 eventually, didn't he? When Dan James left, didn't he? So that was his number for Uruguay, wasn't it? But
so just Karen says he's our main striker. We should give him the number 9 shirt to give him confidence. Also, Klopp saying we need to nurture him, etc. Does that mean Nuñez isn't a starter now?
He's a starter.
No, nurture means many things, guys. Yeah. Nurture means grow and mature at the same time.
Yeah, man, the language and everything.
It doesn't mean he needs to nurture him as an actual footballer. Like your kids, if you've got kids, you nurture them to grow and to be the better person, be the man they're going to be, or the girl they're going to be when they're older. Doesn't actually mean, he's not ready. He's technically not ready. And so we bought a player for 60. I'm not saying 85 million because it's 64 bloody million.
Yeah.
We've not bought a striker for 64 million and gone, right, he's not ready. We paid 64 million because he is ready. Nurturing, when Klopp says nurturing, you've got to remember as well, German is his first language, English is his second. Yeah. So it means different things maybe in different languages. But I think the way Klopp's saying nurturing, what he means by it is he's 22. He's only just about to turn 23 years of age. So he's a baby. So Klopp's basically
he's going to
make him grow. He's going to mature him. He's going to look after him. The team will do their best to make sure he grows well and he matures into an even better footballer than he is now. I think that's what he means by nurture. Not that he's not technically ready to play.
Yeah, I think you're right.
let's not
And
forget.
to be fair-
He's a people person, and he's a people person. He probably means the whole lifestyle and everything. Getting used to being in Liverpool, the language, the food, everything, bro. Like he's got to get used to it, and he has to get used to the speed of the Premier League. It doesn't mean he can't bang goals every week, but
exactly.
I mean, he's got to get used to it.
Yeah, nurture can mean so many things in the English language.
Luckily for him, he doesn't have Burnley to deal with.
Yeah.
They normally give you. I mean, you have to deal with Ben Mee, and that's clattering him.
How about Company going to Burnley? Man.
Exactly. But the thing is with this, Jamie, right? Just when I don't get why we're mentioning numbers, because first of all, if you look at numbers, I mean, does that mean if he's not getting the number 9 and he's not potentially starting, does that mean, well, Trent's 66, so does that mean that he's got to be a bench player? And does that mean Alisson started off as number 13? Does that mean he's going to be on the bench as well? It's just absolutely crazy. Get behind the team, boys. We've just signed he's going to turn into a world-class striker. Why we're bothered about what numbers players are going to be? It's
listen, Naby has Gerrard's number 8. Enough said.
Yeah, it's just
exactly. The number 8 should really be retired.
That should be hanging from the rafters, man.
Yeah, the number 8 should be in like the museum, in the Liverpool museum. It shouldn't actually be.
I mean, even Blues retired Bellingham's number 22.
Yeah. And there's a reason.
That was a shambles, mate. That was a shambles.
Yeah. I mean, a 16-year-old kid. I mean, come on.
You should see the mural we got of him in Birmingham, man.
Yeah.
We got massive, like, Trent-sized mural at the side of the Blues. Bro, they didn't win anything. They just stopped. They just didn't get relegated, and he was 16. And Birmingham's in the mud. No one ever asked me why I don't support Birmingham again, man. That's why. Ridiculous, man.
Nothing can be worse than that.
Oh, don't, bro.
Wrong picture.
Caught me off guard, man.
Wrong picture. Have you seen? If you want to laugh, have you seen Phil Foden's one in Stockport?
Yes.
Where, like a broken brick wall and a traffic sign is half on down like this.
Yeah.
And then the face is like, it looks like Cancelo. It's not good. It's not good. But I didn't think they want to be like Liverpool. You think they want to be like Liverpool?
Oh, massively. They're just not.
Did you guys see the picture of Haaland online when it said?
He looks like Vigo of Go.
When he had his interview and there's like, why Man City? And he's like, I've always been a Man City fan. And then somebody put the picture of him in an Arsenal top in his tent.
It's all crap, ain't it?
Oh dear, it does make you laugh.
People do know that his dad was at Man City for about 6 months, bro. He weren't there that long.
He was at least the longest.
Yeah, he was at Man City for about 6 months before Roy Keane destroyed him, bro.
I think Haaland was actually born in Leeds as well.
He was born in Leeds. He went back to Norway when he was about 3, I think.
Yeah, so he's not. It's all bullshit, ain't it?
Talking about he loves the kebabs and that. Big man, you ain't been back here for ages. What are you talking about?
He hasn't set foot in England.
He's such a liar, bro.
Robbie Keane said the same thing for Liverpool, though, didn't he? But then he signed for Celtic, and then he said, "I've always been a Celtic fan." So just
I've always been a Liverpool fan. Now I've always been a Celtic fan.
Make your mind up.
Yeah. Craig Bellamy. Apparently, to be fair to Craig Bellamy, he cut his honeymoon short, didn't he, to sign for Liverpool?
What do you say when you're a Man City fan? By the way, it's like I've supported Man City all my life. So when's that? Since 2008.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I've been around. I was around for Jimmy Grimble days and that, man. It's a great movie, that is, bro. I used to love that movie.
It is a good film
because Man City was trash when that movie came out. But
I haven't watched that in a long time.
Oh, legendary stuff, man. Yeah. Robert Carlyle on that. Come on.
But yeah, just Karen, don't worry about it too much, my man. Don't worry about it too much. He will be hyper. Don't worry about it. He just signed for Liverpool Football Club. Man, don't need no more.
Just enjoy it, mate. Just enjoy it. That's all I'm saying. But
you need to question these sources that come out, man. These people who don't work for the club. They're just on the internet. They've got all this information and they don't have this high page. Listen, remember when everyone said that Bissouma's not coming to Liverpool because he's an Arsenal fan and he wants to go there? He's going to go to Tottenham. What?
You remember that?
What a joke, man.
Tottenham doing bit in this transfer window.
Tottenham's the team that I'm not worried about them, man, but I think they'll do pretty good next season.
They'll do well this season, definitely.
I mean, they ain't
going to Conte was shithouse his way to victories. He's happy to do that.
He will win. Tottenham will win a lot of games on the counter attack because they got the front three to play counter attacking football.
Definitely. Definitely.
But they're still Spurs. Does a top player need an iconic number on the shirt to carry it on being a top player? Yeah, when Robbie Fowler 23 when he came.
23, yeah.
For like 2 seasons where he got the number 9 shirt.
He was 23, yeah.
Rushy was still about, weren't he? Because Rushy was still about. You can't tell a legend like Ian Rush sitting down at times start beginning with this 18-year-old kid.
Exactly.
Has anyone ever heard of respect?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this is a
Gerrard's
mess, man.
got up
This
to
shirt
28,
number thing is a mess.
Look, there's certain shirt numbers that are iconic in sport. You know, like Michael Jordan's number.
Yeah, but even he changed his. He
He
changed his
changed it
twice.
eventually. You know,
23, 45. Kobe changed his twice.
Yeah, I mean, he was a billionaire by then, so it didn't really matter. But,
Yeah.
and like, Ronaldo's a 7, so these sort of things because they're marketing.
Yeah, it's marketing. Yeah.
I don't really care.
Yeah, like R9.
R9's R9 for a reason, you know. But yeah, I swear Ronaldinho was like 99 for a
99 for AC, wasn't it?
10 for Brazil.
Yeah, I mean, does it matter?
No.
So the number 10's going to be free because I thought he was going to get the number 10 shirt.
Mm.
But the number 10 shirt's going to be free. So is Carvalho going to get the 10?
It's a big statement, that, if it happens.
I mean, if they give Carvalho the 10, that is a bit of a statement, ain't it?
I think he'll get it.
Bang, you're the number 10 for Liverpool.
What number's Harvey?
67. There you are.
67, yeah. That's a proper Liverpool fan. He's got Liverpool tattoo on him and everything, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the pictures of him when he's like 3 years old in the Liverpool shirt. The man's the...
Even Dan Hager's got Liverpool tattoo as well.
Yeah, his dad's a season ticket holder, isn't he?
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. It's made today seem a whole lot better. Welcome to Liverpool. Yeah, big up Eddie. If no one knows the story about Eddie this morning, you know, go back and watch the video. But
I did, Eddie, man.
Massive respect, mate.
Shout out to you, bro.
All right.
And then he joined a member as well. I was like, I feel guilty. Take the man's money.
Legend, you are, mate. Legend.
Trust the process. I'll take it. I mean,
I can imagine trust the protest and
depends who we're protesting against, man. If it's for that blonde idiot at number 10 in London, I'll trust him. You know, let's get him out. But if it's, I think mint process, but I'll give you.
Yeah.
MJ, how you feeling about if we get a midfielder? I think we will get a midfielder. I think it'd be one no one's looking at either. I think we'll get a midfielder that no one's thought about. There's money there still. The Mane deal is got almost take most of the money onto the Darwin deal. So there's going to be still money there. Ox is going, Taki's going. Now there's a lot of talk about Rafinha today. I don't know if you guys.
I don't want him, to be fair.
I don't like Rafinha. If we're going to spend 60 million on a right white man, I'd go to West Ham and get Jarrett Bowen. I prefer Bowen over Rafinha.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I've never understood the Rafinha hype personally.
Yeah.
I think he's a decent player, but is he legitimately any much better?
He's not a workhorse, is he? He's not a workhorse.
Him and Jarrett Bowen. Is there much difference?
No.
Is there much difference? Or
I think the same thing that we've said over time. I rate Rafinha as a baller, but I've always been Bowen. Yeah. He's got everything. Just not a fancy name, but he's got everything else.
I think Rafinha ain't going to start games. Salah plays right side. So Rafinha has an attitude problem starting every week for Leeds.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Bowen would come in and just be, professional and I know I can't start, but I work my arse off to try and make a start,
You've got spam in the chat, Jamie, mate.
Oh yeah, just block them, mate. You're a mod on here, aren't you?
I haven't got. I can't do it on my computer for some reason. I can do it on the game.
So mod,
in there, or
any mod,
anyway.
Get rid of the spam. Get rid of the spam. Saka's overrated. Yeah. Thing of overratedness, it doesn't mean you're a crap player. This is what I always say.
Yeah, he's a great player, but he's overrated. He's English, isn't it?
That's always. The hype over him is like he's Bergkamp. I mean, it's just he's a decent player. The problem with Saka, he's never found a position.
Exactly.
He needs to find a position and master that position.
It's Arteta, isn't it?
Yeah. You make him wing back, full back, attacking mid, a right-sided winger. Just give him a position and let him master it and grow into that position.
Definitely.
I think he'd be a decent foot. But at the end of the day, Martinelli and Saka will not become the players they should be if they're at stay at Arsenal. They're not being coached.
Jamie, I'll have to get off now. I'm on Connor's on there, but yeah.
I'll get you on again later this week, my man.
Yeah, definitely. Savage, I'll see you in a bit, mate.
See you later, Stubbs. See you later, brother.
All right. Enjoy the rest of the show, mate.
Peace.
See you later, mate.
Yeah.
Jamie, we'll put a higher offering for Jude in Madrid. Ali, let me know where you've heard this. And we want his brother as well, or Job. Well, we got hold Job as bait.
His brother's coming. His brother's coming our way, but he's still young, isn't it? Like that's.
Yeah, we got hold him as bait. That's what we're going to do.
Jay, did you know that?
Hold him over the edge of the Mersey. Right, Joe, you better come.
You know how Real Madrid they're refurbishing the Bernabeu.
Yeah.
I wonder if you know this. I was researching it like a couple of months back. Is it who's Man City's owner, Sheikh Mansour?
Yeah.
Is it Sheikh? You know that it's some of his money what's building that stadium.
Oh, it's mad. Because his
That's
company,
mad,
the company that's building it is his company.
Makes you wonder about that semi-final now.
It's just all
something don't seem right, man. Someone had a brown packet, bro.
The City stuff. It's just what I keep saying with UEFA and FIFA. They're trying to change the rules of football, like kick-ins instead of throw-ins.
Oh, shambles, man.
What's that about? I mean, I'm happy with it. Trent will hit a 70-yard diagonal to Robbo every single kick-in, and we score plenty of goals. So they'll have to make a rule where you can't kick it so far, because that's what everyone's going to do. If you've got a great striker of a ball, they just go ping it.
They don't even kick in rugby.
No, just take the bloody throw. You know what I mean?
There's some American behind it.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of changing all this, guys, just change sports watching in football. That's changed that. Let's get rid of
what I'll change in football? I don't think I'll change anything on the pitch, but I would change the fan experience, because I think fans are hard done by. You know what I mean? Like I think all the stadiums should have screens in it, because some seats are terrible. And I think the referee should be a bit more held more accountable. Maybe after the games, because in the game it can get a bit rowdy, but they should have to, the same way the managers have to do the press release after, the refs should have to do it as well.
Well, I just don't get why refs ain't mic'd up.
Did you watch the one, was it 2 seasons ago? Or was it the beginning of COVID when that Australian ref was the first guy to be mic'd up? Yeah,
he mic'd himself up.
That was pretty good, that was.
The Australian A-League, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty insightful, that was, because you realise that...
You understood what it's saying. And you're like,
I had more respect for them as well, because their job's not easy.
Yeah, because a hand gesture don't tell me anything. Do you know what I mean? It don't tell you nothing. So if they're mic'd up, and for purposes, I know they say because of swearing and stuff like that. Yeah, well, whatever. I hear all the swearing in terrorists on my TV. So what's it matter? Mainly. But you can, with broadcasting, you can automatically put words into a system. So if anyone say them words, they automatically get bleeped out.
Yeah.
So it's easy to do.
Yeah, we know that because we watch WWE, and even on the live show, you can't hear it.
Certain words, they just automatically bleeped out and put into a system. So you can do that easy. You can do that easy. It's just
the VAR thing annoys me, man. You know when the ref does the symbol of the TV, and then he always jogs past the players who are asking him questions first.
Yeah.
And then he points, and I'm like, bro, I feel bad for them. Yeah, I actually feel bad for the ref, not because the VAR guy has already told him in his ear it's a penalty, but run over to the screen and make it look like you care a little bit.
Oh, no. It's just
and the commentators don't help because they snitch. They're always like, "We already know, we can hear it. That is a penalty." Yeah. I'm like, "What?"
I know. It's just, it's mad, ain't it? It's mad. I mean, the thing is though, they don't want to even snitch on their friends. This is the thing with referees. That's why they're like,
they're like police, aren't they?
You did get that wrong, but because you're my mate, we're going out for a meal Friday with the wives. I can't actually I can't overrule you on it. And it's just like, I mean, the biggest thing last season, the biggest mistake VAR made last season was Rodri's handball. I still to this day don't know how that weren't a penalty.
The worst thing about that is they explained it after, and all you done was explain that it was a handball.
You explain corruption.
They said something about like up the arm there's a green zone and a red zone, and it hit the green zone. I was like, yeah, well, if it hit the green zone, then it's a penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a few mistakes.
Can't let you go Madrid in any case. Yeah, you're right. I think Darwin, you said, do a pre-contract with Drew and Paley.
Yeah, that's what I'd do as well.
Yeah, I think that's what they might do.
Yeah,
because
Naby style.
Apparently, the word coming out of Dortmund tonight, though, is that they're willing to let Drew go this summer as well. So that's what's coming out of Dortmund at the moment. Look, Dortmund know what they are. Dortmund know their business structure. They get players in young, bringing him cheap, send him out high. Madrid don't. That's what Dortmund have to do to survive because they can't.
I feel bad for them Dortmund fans, man.
Can't compete with Bayern Munich, unfortunately. Bayern Munich going by Gravenberch for 25 million. Yeah, No one else. Dortmund. There's no chance Dortmund doing that because my
Never.
Bayern Munich just go, "We'll give you 250 grand."
But that's why the club thing was so special that he won them leagues because
Special.
there's no imagine being a Liverpool fan and then we're getting in Nuñez, but we know that in 2 years he's going to Man City. You can't do nothing about it.
There's nothing you can do about it. It's just madness, isn't it? Last time we signed Nuñez, we won the Champions League days.
Come on.
Remember that swap deal with Michael Owen? What happened there? Antonio Nuñez, wasn't it? Is that his name?
Yeah,
Antonio Nuñez. The palest Spaniard I've ever seen in my life.
Mate, that profile picture is hilarious, man.
Yeah, look how pissed off Stevie looks.
Gerrard does not mess around in them.
What,
Of course.
what interview is that? He's proper.
Now Gerrard's always pissed, man, because they always ask him stupid questions, and he ain't having it.
He's very truthful in his things, though, ain't he? Diaz is 100% a replacement.
100%.
And then we got an extra. We got a little extra, didn't we? In our Christmas stocking this year. That's what happened.
Yeah.
All right, where's our Genie replacement then? Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that one. This Genie thing, I was never actually completely sold as Genie as a player. But what Genie gave us was reliability and workhorse in that midfield.
Yeah.
Now, as a footballer, I think he was not allowed to express himself the way he'd like to. Klopp likes his midfield to play a certain kind of way. So
yeah, Newcastle and Netherlands, complete different Genie.
Yeah. He plays further forward. And so as a footballer, I don't think we actually physically miss him for his footballing ability. But for reliability and work power, the workhorse he is, we miss that. That's what we miss.
I agree. I think if Firmino was faster, we wouldn't miss Genie one bit.
No.
It's just that the thing is with Genie, he did do the ugly work. The problem is with Genie, if Genie had a bad game, he just went missing. Like you just didn't even realize he was playing anymore. But I don't think it's always the case of, in terms of the numbers, yes, replacement. But when people always say someone goes out, where's the replacement? Football doesn't really work like that, does it? Some players can't be replaced. Like when people stool on about where's Coutinho's replacement, well, can't replace him. He didn't come to Liverpool as that great player. He left as it, but the world-class players in the world, there's not as many as everyone thinks, so you can't just go around replacing them. You have to change the way you foot. And as soon as he left, we changed the way we played and won the Champions League. As soon as he left.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not much of a miss.
No, I totally agree. Munsey. Oh my God, you're always fancy dress. Munsey's a Man United fan. Big up Munsey. He's a great guy. Someone put Munsey's link into the chat, guys.
We got Munsey.
Ryan, how you doing? 2-1. I can't believe we gave him number 20 shirt. I'll disrespect the true D. Disrespect the true D9. Love it.
The funniest thing about that is that everyone still calls him D9, and he never had the number 9.
No, we just call.
We're doing 2 + 7 or what?
We just did it. We love it. We love Origi. There was one thing I want to ask you, because a lot of people, I've seen this going around a lot on some other YouTube channels, and a lot of it on Twitter as well, is the place to go for see pure evil. And they're all going on about, like, we're getting rid of our depth in Origi and Taki.
They didn't play?
This is what I kept saying to them. Unless it was a domestic cup competition. I almost said the other C word then, Jesus. That almost fell out my mouth there. Unless I've got to be careful now. I always want to say it again. It was a domestic cup competition. Jesus Christ. I mean, Origi and Taki never played Premier League games. I think Taki, that game against Southampton, second last game of the season, was his first Premier League start in a year, 12 months.
Yeah, the last game he started before that was Crystal Palace.
It just didn't, in that 7-0 when no one was around.
The thing is, Jay, sometimes, I didn't have a problem with him not starting games because he was almost like, you know how Berbatov was for Man U for a couple of seasons. He was just on the bench all the time, innit? Yeah. But I think people don't use context when people are trying to build their own narrative and their own story or their argument. They'll send in like, this player played this many minutes and this player played that many minutes and stuff. And I'm like, where's the context? Did he start the game? Did he come on when there was 10 minutes left? Did he come on when we was winning 5-0? Were we losing? Because it's a big difference. So when it's like with our players that we use all of last season, and people were saying they should have been rested. Yeah, but we all know that context is if we won all 4 trophies, nobody would have been saying that. They would have just been like, going forward, we're going to get players. But the context is that all the players who played all them thousands of minutes, mate, some of them didn't finish games. Some of the games were easier than others. We had the ball a lot last season because of people playing low block against us, which is actually less work on your legs. It's less work. You know what I mean? The other team's got to do all the work, throwing their bodies around and stuff like that. We just had Trent and Hendo spamming crosses in. So, yeah, man, Taki and that didn't play. Listen, for the cup games, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But for the league games, listen, there was times when I didn't even... We'll be playing a game and I'd have to check my phone to see if Origi or Taki was on the bench because I just didn't know. Because I knew they weren't going to play. So, we don't really miss them in terms of that. It's a bit of a myth, really.
They didn't play, then the depth ain't a problem, is it? But starting the cup games, I think players like Kay Gordon might take the Taki role.
I think so.
In the cup games next season, that's what I think they might be looking at, things like that. So, because these young ones have got to get their chance eventually, and you know, Klopp always says if they're good enough, they're old enough.
Yeah, we'll be fair to Klopp though. Some of the cup games last season, especially the League Cup, he gave people a chance. But by the time he got to that quarter-final Leicester game, the youth were terrible, mate. And then he just... Because I was at that Leicester game. We won it in the end when Taki scored in the last minute in that. But, mate, the first half of that game, our youth were terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, they were great. Ravi's got a point here. Would you be happy to see players that cost us playing more games so we don't burn out our squad? I think that's where the 5 sub rule next season comes in massively. I
think Costas gets most of the Champions League games as well.
Yeah. With this 5 sub rule next season, like with Trent, I've always said this with Trent. Apparently, Trent was playing that critical stage a lot in the last season. Yeah. What they call the critical zone and all that sort of stuff. When I heard that, I thought he was having a heart attack or something like that when he kept saying critical zone. Jesus Christ. But apparently, that's what they call it in the analytics of their.
Yeah. I've done sports science as well, man. It's a bit mad.
Yeah, I over my head. But if that's the case, with 3 subs, Trent can never come off. He can't do it. Klopp can't do it. Klopp can't take Trent off, put Gomez on there. He's only got 2 subs left in a game. With 5 subs next season, especially with Ramsey coming in by the looks of it. By the way, Aberdeen taking a piss. But with Ramsey, we're good up to him, to be fair. But with Ramsey coming in next as well, hopefully later this week into next week, Trent can play 60 minutes in the game. Klopp to the bench, put Ramsey on for half hour and still have 4 subs left. So it's going to make a massive difference. It helped Thiago out massively. Yeah. He won't have to think like he has to play every single minute. I just think 5 subs next season's going out with one. I think a little injuries as well.
I think so.
I think a lot of the teams up and down the league in the season will have fresher legs. And Klopp said this a year ago.
Yeah, he did.
He said this a year ago, and everyone's like, especially Sean Dykes, now you're just doing it because you've got the biggest squad. And he's like, no, it's for all of you, because think about it. Yes, the quality you're bringing on won't be as good as us, but you'll be able to bring fresh legs on and keep people fit through the season.
I have a theory on that five sub thing because, of course, the lesser managers are going to say it's going to benefit the bigger clubs, which is half true. But there is double side to it with the fact that if you're winning 1-0 at Burnley well, they're not going to be here now, but somebody who wasn't expected to beat Man City or expected to beat Liverpool, they're winning 1-0 and your players are throwing their body on the line constantly all game to try and stop Salah and Nuñez and Diaz. And then you freshen it up. Well, you're probably going to win the game 1-0 now because all them defenders who are tired can play now. You know what I'm saying? It's like if that Villa and Man City game, Gerrard made the subs he made, and that he could have made even more subs because some of their legs were gone. Yeah. And that's how it is, man.
Exactly. And this is a good point here. Julian Ward used to be the performance.
Yeah, he did.
For the Portuguese national team, he's got great contacts over there.
That's how we got the Nunes deal done.
That's huge.
I think didn't Julian used to be at Thingy as well, though? Man City, 2012. Pretty sure he did.
Probably.
He was there for like a year, I think, because I remember he used to be a footballer, but
yeah. But that's massive with these.
Yeah, it's a truth.
I knew he spoke Portuguese. I didn't know that, and I know Pep Linda speaks Portuguese, don't he? Because that's how he talks to. Thingy, but yeah, I mean that's brilliant. we'll also sanctioned Thiago Lloris and Lars Mikovic still to go through. So he's to blame for that.
Yeah.
He did a good deal for Benfica.
Yeah. You can always tell who's got the hookup in it because clearly at Wolves they've got the Portuguese hookup. They just get Portuguese players in only.
Yeah. There's a good breeding ground over in Portugal, though. There's good talent over there.
Yeah, very good.
I mean, who's the geezer? Atletico Madrid.
Felix.
Didn't he only have like 6 good months in Atletico Madrid to put 120 pounds on him?
Yeah, and then they put him on that lifetime contract, bro.
And then when you're in for life now, you will never be able to express yourself ever again. Oh, I feel sorry for that, man. 22 football, amazing player.
I've been watching a lot of things, I have, Jay, the last 2 days. I went back and watched all the previous World Cups. Somebody put a nice compilation together on YouTube, man. Fun watching it, you know. Not obviously not as an England fan because it was terrible, but
yeah,
mate, that 2006 and 2010 World Cup 100% have the best goals ever scored in football. Ridiculous, man. Especially that South African World Cup.
Oh yes, I love that South African.
Yeah, remember when they said that the ball was 2 round?
Yeah.
The Jabulani.
How can it be 2 rounds?
Yeah, apparently Forlan, because he got loads of goals, didn't he, in that World Cup? And he had asked Adidas to send him the ball before the World Cup to train with it. And he was banging in.
all this dilemma, didn't they? And it was so light. It was like air, wasn't it? It was so light.
The ball's 2 round is the funniest excuse I've ever heard, man.
It's 2 round. I like that World Cup. The funniest thing I remember about that World Cup is Ray Parlour went out there to South Africa to be a pundit, and he turned up in vest, shorts, and
he did.
Freezing his bollocks off because he didn't realise that the Western Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere,
winter, isn't it?
Is winter in our summer.
Yeah, man.
Freezing his bollocks off. What a
Yeah, I loved it, man. The vibes were. It was one of the South Africa World Cups. One of the World Cups that I wish I'd went to, man. It looked like good vibes the whole time. That did.
Yeah, I like World Cups like that.
England were terrible in that World Cup. Terrible.
Qatar World Cup, though. Don't take your boyfriend if you're a man. Don't do that. Whatever you do, stay at home. Stay safe. I think they're playing him down as a 9 to a 27 and protect the player. I just don't think it matters, guys. I really don't think it matters.
No, he has no protection with that price tag.
He's got to bang goals for Liverpool. And if I was Darwin Nunez, I'd always point at the number just to piss everyone off.
Yeah, there's no protection. When you cost that much money, there's no protection.
Exactly.
It's just what it is, man.
Bang, full stop. Don't matter if it's worth 9, 1, 2.
Yeah, what you said earlier about the what you was reading someone else's comment about the shirt number sales. That doesn't make a difference at all because all the little kids are just going to go and buy 27 now.
It's the name of the bag.
Yeah.
If Ronaldo decides to get rid of the CR7 thing next week and turn it into CR32, everyone's buying CR32 shirts. You know, because it's Ronaldo. It's the name. It's not the. John Cena changed his age. Also, he was 45, dressing like an 18-year-old in the 80s.
He was dressed as Marky Mark all the time, wasn't
he? Go on and go to bed then. You've all come into the room. I'm sorry, I've been overloaded with children. No, all right, say hello.
Royal Rumble, man.
Yeah, say hello. Say hello.
Hey.
Hello, say hello.
Hey.
Go, leave. Brody, you want to say hello? Come on, everyone, say hello. Say hello.
Hey.
Say hello. Right, go away.
God damn it. Oh, God. The kids are in. Royal Rumble.
Savage, you take it for 2 seconds while I get rid of them.
Yeah. I'll get to the comments, man. I don't know where you are on the comments, though, so let me. Yeah, Jamie, you've left me. Okay, here we go. And Dico, Gerard was 28, 17, and number 8. Yeah, he was, man. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I think the player makes the shirt at the end of the day. So, big up Helen. The skills and the talent makes the player, not the shirt. 100%. 100% agree with that. I think I don't know, man. I think just everyone's just got this vision of the number 9 shirt, but it doesn't really make a difference. If he starts banging in goals and stuff, the number 27 shirt is going to become legendary. He already is with Origi, so we'll see what happens. Ricky, maybe his number represents the goals he gets next season. That would be 27. Yeah, 27 goals, Ricky, would be perfect.
Oh,
Hopefully that's what they represent. You're right. You can be up, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Wrestling children. Just get him under your arms, call the wife, get him in the room. They're going
Just
to
go
bed.
to Andrew's comment is where we're at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently, Nuñez told United when they phoned him, don't phone again. I would have loved him to have said that. I have no interest in downgrading Benfica. If he literally said, don't phone again.
That'd be beautiful, man.
I hope that's true. That'd be beautiful. Like Cavani telling him go to Liverpool, not Man United, although he's been paid for them for 3 years, which I think is awesome as well.
There is a thing in it, Jay. Do you think because of the and this don't go for every kid and every footballer coming up, because obviously some people it's to do with their dads and their family and the connection with football. But you know, because kids, the whole attitude in life, they just don't seem to give a damn about anything anymore. Like they don't. If you was like a classic rapper, they don't care anymore. You trash. I think that like the pull of certain teams won't work. Like if you're a Man U fan and you're trying to tell Nuñez or someone about the treble, they're just gonna be like, all right, I don't care, man. I weren't born in it, so what do you want me to do about it? I just want to play for the best club.
No, exactly. So I've got the old naked F Tinder spam again, lovely. Which means Luis Diaz will get a 7, Nuñez will get a 9, or Rafinha a 10. Shane's worked this out already. Yeah, prefer an Englishman over a Brazilian. Well, that's up to you. I mean, whatever your choice in geezers are.
Yeah, that's a bit mad still. I know it's Pride Month and that, man, but I just, I'm
you
not.
prefer an Englishman over a Brazilian, what you're smoking. You do know you get some shit Brazilians, yeah? You know, like Fred. You know, I mean,
Mate, people think we're living in 2003 and that, man.
No, there is some fake Brazilians around. Do you remember when Brazil won the World Cup and Channel 5 thought it would be a good idea to show the Brazilian Premier League for a season? And it was shockingly bad. Because they thought every player that played for Brazil must be like that in the Brazilian league.
Just remember, man, the Brazilian national team got embarrassed in their own country, man, by Germany. So I don't even.
Germany smashed them up.
7-1.
Proper. It weren't even competitive. By the way, Cafu has also said if Trent was a Brazilian, he'd be number 1 right back for Brazil. So you don't always have to be flary.
The culture of football's changing because the older Brazilians, the ones who grew up either like poorer or without internet and stuff, and it was just everything was football. So everything's global now.
On the gravel 24/7, and now they're like,
that's why they're trying to be superstars, and that.
That's why them South American footballers are hard as nails.
Of course,
because they had nothing else but made their own shoes, got a deflated football, and played on the gravel.
Yeah, man. People forget when I was watching a Ronaldinho video earlier, and everyone talks about skill, and this geezer's one of the strongest footballers I've ever seen. People just used to bounce off him.
You can't knock him over. Yeah. He might look skinny, but I bet he's strong guy, man. He's rock solid.
yeah.
Stop posting porn, please. Yes, exactly. DM it to me on Twitter instead.
At least let us choose the category.
South American trio. Well, apart from Salah, who's African.
Yeah, that's definitely Africa.
Yeah, I get what you're meaning. I get it. That plays like South American, I guess. Big up Doombrush. How you doing, my man? People bothered about Darwin's number. Gerrard was 28, 17, and 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember when
that number 17 Gerrard was a nut job, man. That was skinhead Gerrard. That was
skinhead Gerrard, wasn't it? That was that was Gerrard just maturing and coming scoring bangers, absolute
ruthless,
bangers
that guy.
every single week.
Yeah.
That Gerrard was saying different. That's what I keep saying. Let's just clone a 25-year-old Steven Gerrard with problem solved. How much would a 26-year-old Stevie G be in this market?
About 140, maybe.
Easy. Because we're all going about Kevin De Bruyne. I'll tell you what, because the new people our age probably don't remember. Stevie did everything De Bruyne is doing now. He reminds me, De Bruyne is the player who reminds me so much of Stevie. And I think De Bruyne has said he sort of played his game marked on Stevie.
Yeah, he's a Liverpool fan, isn't it?
Yeah, when he was watching him, he used to play the way Stevie did. Even the way he runs. He surges like Gerrard did. Gerrard was separately quick, same as De Bruyne.
He was, man. That burst into the box.
Yeah, but they surged. It was a pacey run, weren't it? It wasn't a flary run. Pacey, hard hitting the ground, and Yeah, they were like that. And De Bruyne he just reminds me of Stevie so much.
Yeah, I got a feeling, man. I don't think we're going to get players like that anymore, man. Just because their desire to be footballers are based on like money and being a celebrity and stuff now, instead of just wanting to play football.
Yeah, true. We should be careful with Darwin. Never forget he was injury prone. Already had 3 serious knee injuries at a young age. Hope he's a made glass. The thing is, young players can get horrible injuries because they're growing and maturing.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Canate had a horrible injury.
He did.
You take the muscle and tendon off the bone or on the muscle fibers or something like that. That's a horrible injury. And he's never been injured this season. He's been perfectly fine. So the thing is, these injuries, when they happen when they're young, Stevie had terrible injuries when he was a kid. Remember, his back. He couldn't walk.
His back and his groin and
his growing pains because he was a late bloomer. He was just a late bloomer. And that's what Nuno might have been. So apparently all this season, though, he's been perfectly fine. But apparently someone said, because this has come up before, but in fact, in the same amount of time, Haaland's been off for injuries far longer.
Yeah, he has.
He's missed 180 days through injuries since he's been at Borussia Dortmund. I think that goes a bit unnoticed.
Big lads, man.
Yeah, he is. He's like 6'4" man. He's thick, ain't he? He's not skinny, is he? He's
a
big man. Refs might take rugby for years, and it's brilliant. Yeah. I mean, we should just do it.
Rugby players though are way more respectful of the ref. They don't diss him and stuff.
Private business. Saying that though, rugby players are the worst cheating arseholes behind the scenes though.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, the Bloodgate scandal. I mean, if that was a footballer, that'd be on every front page in the world, wouldn't it?
100%.
In rugby, it's like, oh, it's all right, it's rugby. They punch the shit out of each other and
I love it, man.
Noses, and it's illegal. But it seemed to be all right in rugby. There was one. Was it the England team? Not the last World Cup, but the World Cup before.
World Cup before, yeah.
Kicking dwarfs over the rugby posts.
Yeah.
And no one said anything.
No one said anything.
They were throwing dwarfs over the rugby posts for a laugh because they were pissed up.
Suspect stuff, man.
But on rugby, it's rugby boys on tour. It's sort of allowed, don't it? It's sort of that thing. But, bullshit, I fucking like. Phil Foden sleeps with another woman in Iceland and no one talks about it.
Oh, yeah, man. Him and the other guy.
Who got the blame for all that? The other young lad, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, the other. Well, we know where he is now.
Oh, yeah. It was the other one, wasn't it? I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention his name. He's a prick. But, yeah, definitely believe in him. But, yeah, Foden. Jesus, Foden just talking about it. Remember they did the video and she's walking up to him and they're like, yeah, we'll take you this, we'll take you. Foden, you've got a kid at home. What are you doing, man?
Hey, man, Foden let his mom get punched up, bro, so I'm not here for Foden, bro. I watched the video, man. I saw
that was hilarious. That was at the
his mom's got strong calves, though, because she didn't move, bro. She took the jab. Sweet, bro.
You know, one of them, when you get them inflatables for your kids, they never go down.
Yeah.
That box, that was his mom.
Yeah, man. Because Foden was doing that thing, and you know when you're pretending that you want to scrap, but you're still behind your mum.
And then someone holds you back, ain't they? Yeah, hold me back. Come on, you like hold me back. It's like, Phil, go away, Phil. You're 5'3". You're not doing nothing.
His mum has the solidest calves ever, man. She didn't move, bro.
Phil, just leave it. You're not doing nothing, mate. You know you're not. Did you see Julian Francis knock out that bloke at the Wembley Sandbar?
The guy went to sleep, man.
Did that geezer not realise that was Julian Francis?
Mate.
Former pro heavyweight boxer.
Mate, even if you didn't know that was Julian Francis, look at the size of him.
Yeah, exactly. Getting in his face. One right hook. No. And they're all coming up to him after. You didn't have to do that, bruv. You didn't have to do that, bruv. Yes, I did. He's a mouthy prick. He's playing now. Don't talk. This is what I always say. Don't get mouthy.
A swift jab's what's missing from the world, man.
If you can't back it up, if you cannot back it up, do not get mouthy. And especially against someone like Julian Francis, like an 18-stone, 6'4" man in front of you.
Solid, man.
Go touch you. Let's go. Put him in the recovery position, which is a bit upgrade. Oh, Jesus Christ. They put him straight in the recovery position. All right, guys. He got what he deserved.
He did, man.
Big up, Elias. Big up, my friend.
Big up, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ. David Fairclough in the 70s and 80s never started, but he was a great impact player. That's why he was called Super Sub. Yes, he was. Divock Origi took over that title, didn't he?
Yeah, man.
Get the likes up, of course. Get the likes up, guys. Why are the likes not come up? Hope you're all good, mate. Yeah, we are good. UK Drilly official.
Come on.
Pick up yourself. Big up, you go and cat chilling. That's a dog.
Hey.
Dog.
Have respect. That is not a cat, man.
Is it Pablo, you know? Dog,
that is young Pablo, bro. That is Pablo the Savage, bro.
Pablo the Savage, he will rip.
Come on.
Cat. Big up, John, how we doing? So, man, this England are 2-0 down to Hungary. Jesus. Right. Hungary got to do the double over England.
So England's bottom of the Nations League group. We've lost to Hungary. We lost to Hungary twice now because we're going to lose this match.
Oh.
And it's 3-0.
3-0.
Oh my God!
Oh, we are shit.
Someone got sent off.
Guys, this is why I'm not doing England watch-alongs no more.
John Stone got sent off.
Stone got sent off. I did the first two, and I think I watched a combination of 40 minutes in both games. On the second one, we started talking about burgers, chocolates, biscuits.
I was in there with you on the second one. It was all about food second half.
It's like, this more entertaining.
The thing is, Jay, this proves that it's down to like flipping Northgate, bro. Because look at the team he started, and we can't beat Hungary. He's got Ramsdale in goal, Walker, Stones, Gahey, James, Conor Gallagher, Calvin Phillips, Bowen, Jude, Saka, and Harry Kane. And we're playing a 4-2-3-1, and we still can't beat them.
Just give the job to Grandpa. That's what I said.
Give it to Grandpa, or just give it to Harry Redknapp, man.
Harry Redknapp. Just let Harry Redknapp have a run of it. No matter what you think of him, he gave his dog's name.
Nah, you know what Harry Redknapp do, and it'll bring in Crouchy and Nico Cranchard's great case of Crouchy.
I'll
tell you about Crouchy. This guy brought Nico Cranchard and Crouch everywhere, bro.
Good for it. I mean, it worked for him, didn't it? It worked for him. He hated being calling that cowboy, didn't he, or whatever he was.
Remember when he put the tax in his dog's name? And
yeah, he put the dog in his British Bulldog's name. Genius.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I do.
Go for it. You can get away with
it. Give the job to Big Sam.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, just don't let him meet anyone in the restaurant.
He's got 100% record, man. Only England manager, man.
And that was a rough watch as well. New striker, new cup. My team, Liverpool.
Come on.
Big up, guys. Hey, kids, pull the plugs. The plug there, could you imagine? 2-0. Yeah, I'm this far behind. Jesus Christ. Bless them. Your children look happy, Jamie. Yeah, because I've treated them today. So my son, he had at their nursery, they had a father-daughter.
Sick.
Like a play hour because the father's day and all that. We had to build dens in the garden. By the way, my den fucking rocked. I won't be outshone. I made my den immense. My kid was my boy's name's Brody. He was busy at the water fountain doing this starting with water and all that. And I'm doing 20 minutes to build this immense den. I've got car tires, crates, I've got all the fabrics out. I actually found a circus tent thing and I found a pole, put that in the middle. I did all that and all the kids are under it. I think my son's over there, don't even give a shit. I'm so proud of this thing. And I wanted to take a picture of it, but they went, no, you can't take a picture because I have school children. I was like, oh, for God's sake. It's like, and my son, what did he do? Yeah, that's nice, Dad. And just put it back. It's like, no love.
Mate,
no love about the den. Man. No love about the den. I was so proud of it, man. I
love stuff like that, man.
I had a good time. We had a blast. We was there for an hour and just had a good time in his nursery.
Yeah, I missed that, man. My son's 13 now, man. So all that shit stopped. But when he was in primary school, bro, they stopped inviting me to sports day and that because I was destroying other dads.
Everyone. Destroying everyone. Right, yeah, here you go. You can't come no more.
This is coming to rip my
pants off. The other dads are complaining. Let them complain.
Mate,
man up.
Yeah, I took it so serious on that, man. I remember I got mad one time and they had to have a word with me because, like, my son won like 3 races and that, but he got the same sticker and medal as the person who finished.
I don't like that. No. I hate that. Winning is.
I was like, hold on a minute, bro. Where's my son's first place medal, bro? They're like, nah, everyone's inclusive here. Forget it, man. My son won.
So when we go to the Olympics, is everyone inclusive? Did we give?
Mate, if you lose, you lose, bro. Mate,
where does? It's like when I play my son in anything, I don't let him beat me.
Nah, I destroy my son at everything.
Because you got to be like, no, if you want to get better, you got to beat me properly, and that's when it'll be more to you, not when I give you the win. So yeah, that's how it needs to be.
Yeah, those things translate into real life.
If you've got a son and you haven't wrestled with him, are you really a dad? That is all I'm going to say.
Mate,
we had a quality wrestling match on my bed the other day, right? Quality wrestling. It was actually better than anything I've seen in WWE in a while, right? It was like a 3-star match. It was really good. I gave my boy the pedigree on the middle of the bed chair. He never even sold it. He just stood up.
No sold on that, bro.
just stood right up and then slapped me across the face.
Yeah, I love it, man. It's how you should be, man. My son is likely to catch an RKO once every week, bro, out of nowhere as well.
Yeah, he's got to be, hasn't it? It's got to be. Kids love that sort of thing. Love it. Oh, shit, Brazilian equals Richarlison. There you go. There you go. Apparently he's going to Tottenham for 60 more money than we bought Nuñez.
It shows the state of some footballers. The fact that people think that Richarlison's a good striker. Well, all right then.
I mean, he spends more of his time on the floor than anything. With Fabinho and Hendo injury record last couple of seasons, I do agree with this. I am worried about. Not so much about Fabinho. I think he only missed 3 games.
Nah, it's Hendo. He's always got that
Hendo's got muscle injuries just because he's 32 now. The man has... The reason he's getting injuries because the man works his arse off for 11 years.
Yeah.
And he's just catching up with now. Thiago would be the one. Thiago, Hendo, Naby. I mean, Naby could just walk in an aeroplane and get injured.
Thiago's injured now, isn't he? No, he easily got removed from the Spain squad, I think.
Ain't Mo injured as well?
Mo, Thiago, and Jota. Jota's injured as well.
Yeah, Jota he's got a muscle injury, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Because they're playing. Why are they playing football?
For these the glorified friendlies.
It's pathetic what they're doing to the players. It's just no spamming, guys. Any spam guys with the spamming, don't just put them on timeout. Just block them straight away because they will just keep coming back. They just keep coming back, and I don't need them to come back. John Obi McKell in an interview said Gerrard was the hardest midfielder he played against.
Can imagine, man.
They know. They just know. It's what I saw someone put out recently. Who's the former boxer footballer who turned into a boxer? Smaller guy.
Where's he from?
I can't remember now. He might be a Brummy, actually.
I have no idea.
I can't remember his name now. Curtis Woodhouse, is it?
Yeah.
Curtis Woodhouse. Don't know if he's a Brummy. I can't remember. But he said, because he loves Gerrard, he says Gerrard's the best English midfielder ever in the Premier League. And as he keeps saying it, Paul Scholes is overrated. And you should see his Twitter. You should see the comments under his Twitter when he said it. Jesus Christ. It's like he just said that God didn't exist or something like that. You know what I mean? They just came
if I'm honest, bro, I'm not even joking. I can never get into the argument because people always think that I'm being biased because of Liverpool. But for me, Paul Scholes was world class, but he was overrated still.
Yeah.
And Gerrard is the best English midfielder there's ever been. What probably goes against Gerrard is the fact that he could do everything. So people don't have him in one spot. I don't think that I don't think the Scholes, Lampard, and Gerrard thing is the fair comparison anyway. I think that Scholes should be compared to other kind of midfielders like Iniesta and that with the passing. And Lampard and Gerrard, fair enough, but they're not the same type of midfielders.
Lampard could only play in one position.
Yeah, he was great running into the box and that.
That was his game. That was him. Gerrard could play defensive midfielder, right mid. He played centre forward behind Torres for one season and was arguably the best player in the world. Gerrard in that season, when he was behind Torres, there was arguably no one better than Stevie G that season.
Anytime I've argued with a Man U fan over it, they've always said to me, they was like, well, Benitez, he put Gerrard at right back once. All right.
So, yeah. By the way, he put him at right back in the Champions League final, and Jorginho never kicked the ball.
Yeah, I'm like, what does that mean?
That was the thing. We never had a right back. Everyone was dead on their feet.
Yeah.
Stevie basically got us back in the game, and then he went right back because Jorginho came on, and Jorginho never kicked the ball. Yeah. And then he missed his penalty.
You know what it is, Jay? There's this weird thing in it. People will, when they're trying to argue, they'll find quotes from a world-class player saying that that world-class player said Scholes is the best he's played against. That's fine. It doesn't mean the person who said it's lying, but it doesn't mean that I have to agree with him either. Like, plenty of wrestlers say that this other guy's the best he's ever wrestled. I'm like, well, that's not my favorite wrestler. So it doesn't really make a difference. But if you go attribute for attribute, which is probably the fair way to do it, shooting, passing, tackling, all of that, and you've done it out of 10, I'm telling you, bro, that Gerrard's going to end up on top. It doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal footballer. He's absolutely. Like Rio Ferdinand even said he's the best. You know, I mean, I think it's just this Liverpool tax thing. If you play for Liverpool once, you're apparently not rated. And I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I heard Rio was talking about Gerrard lately, actually. He was saying that I agree with him as well. He said that the treatment that Gerrard got at Liverpool towards the end of his career was unfair because he said that the fact that he turned down Chelsea in the end and stayed with Liverpool, and then at the end they couldn't give him another contract.
It was a bit mad how it all finished.
Should have given him another contract, man.
I partly blame Brendan. I don't think Brendan wanted Stevie there.
No, I think it was Brendan's fault as well.
Yeah, I think Brendan did. I don't think Brendan wanted him there because how do you not play Steven Gerrard away at the Bernabeu against Real Madrid in the Champions League?
That's when I knew it was over, man.
Why do you have him on the bench? Steven Gerrard. I think when Stevie says he knew that's when it was over as well.
It was, man. And I remember there was a game where we played against I think it was like Ludogorets or something. The one when Markovic got sent off.
That's the one, yeah.
And I was like, hold on a minute, bro. What's going on? Why is Gerrard not playing? Sorry.
He's Mr. Liverpool, for fuck's sake.
That was one of the worst things ever for me, man. I couldn't.
I think
losing Gerrard at Liverpool.
Well, it's heartbreaking, isn't it? But with Brendan, I think Brendan just had his ego that he was number one. Everything was for him. And I think in his eyes, Stevie had too much power.
Did Brendan get sacked? Brendan got sacked the season after, innit?
Yeah. Can you imagine?
See what I mean? I would have loved to.
Klopp had Stevie. Klopp wouldn't have gone anywhere. Klopp wouldn't have gone. Stevie wouldn't have gone anywhere because Klopp would have used him.
I think Gerrard would have got his There's no guarantee, but I reckon Gerrard would have got his league title under Klopp.
Yeah.
Within them 2 years, I think he would have got it.
I mean, he's only 42 now. He could have played till he's 38, in my opinion. Because Stevie's a fit. He looks good for 42, to be fair.
Yeah.
He's just done a bit of weight, probably playing now, to be fair. I mean, I saw him the other day. Was he playing in that Legends game? And he looked.
Yeah, you know what it is his thing, isn't it? Gerrard still does. He's still in spin class and that every day.
Yeah. I mean, seeing his missus, he's got to keep looking good, hasn't he?
Good old Alex, isn't it?
Oh, I love Stevie. Do you think Diaz money comes out of the summer kitty? No, it was already done in the winter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm very sorry. Nuñez win the league title. Good luck for that. Okay, I don't quite understand that, but okay. Southgate needs to be sacked. It's probably the truest words we've said so far. Stones off. When Liverpool and Klopp spend big, they get it right. It would take time for Nuñez, but he will know.
I agree with that.
Yeah, of course he will be. Look, let's just not put too much pressure on these things. I've seen people say get over 20 goals and stuff like that. I said it for a laugh. I didn't mean it. But look, it's very rare that anyone scores over 20 goals in a Premier League anyway. So to come in on your first season, I think Torres did it. Fernando Torres was a different beast, different animal. But he had a prime Gerrard setting him up. Let's not forget that. So I still think if he gets a minimum 15 Premier League goals, that's a good season.
Yeah, I think so.
He's 23, and it's his first season. Yeah, hit the ground running. I think he might hit the ground running quite quickly, and then might sort of fade out during the end of the season because the Premier League is so hard.
Yeah,
that's why Mane's left as well. Let's not get it right. Mane's 30 years old. Yeah, he wants more money, but the man's thinking, do you know what? I can't do this every single week anymore. I'm not the player I was, so doing this every single week now is hard work. Let's go to Germany and have a great life. I've got family in Germany and Austria. Play for a team, like go win a title. Don't have to perform 100% every week to win games. Good life. Don't blame him. I don't blame Mane at all. Really.
I agree. I think Nuñez starts off exactly how we finished in Portugal, to be honest, bro.
Yeah, the man's he bangs goals. He's a finisher. Don't worry about his touch and his link-up play and all that.
But that's all a myth. That's all a myth anyway, man.
Yeah, get better. You're telling me he ain't got a 20-yard pass through from Thiago. He hasn't got to take first time. Of course he is. If he goes running and he sees Trent's got the ball, he's running. That ball's
when Diaz left that league, he was top goal scorer.
Yeah.
And then Nuñez took over and finished top goal scorer. We got both of last season's top goal scorers. So I'm excited for it, man. I actually think Salah might finish on more goals than he did this season, you know. I've got a feeling about Salah having a great season.
So right, and this is what I kept saying. Everyone's going to say, is it going? Because have you seen Sky Sports already doing it? Ain't they? They're doing the Nuñez versus Haaland thing already.
Yeah.
Because they can't wait to market this, can they? Pep versus Klopp and Nuñez versus.
Yeah, they'll be on the poster for the Man City game.
Yeah, sure. it's gotta be on the poster every week. They ain't gonna care about the other 18 teams. You know that, don't you? It's all gonna be about City Liverpool every single week. 100%. Opposition fans are going to be ringing in everywhere and going, it's always about Liverpool City. It's not our fault. It's the media. They're the ones making the problem. But I see Salah outscoring everyone still. Everyone's going on to go win the Salah. Salah's going to win the Golden Boot.
I think this guy, he's so hooked on the Ballon d'Or and stuff that I think
he's so focused.
Yeah,
the man's getting rest. He's not at the World Cup.
Do you see the picture that he put up on Instagram of him with his abs?
He knows, don't he? He ain't stupid, is he?
This geezer is hilarious.
I was going to redo it, buy my paddling pool in the garden, take my top off, and just go out like that. Do this. Do that. put it side by side. No difference whatsoever.
I think Salah's going to be great next season. I think the thing what me and you spoke about the most actually was with him not getting in behind and the 1-2s that he stopped doing. I think this time Nuñez is either gonna hit you with the 1-2, hold the ball up for you and lay you off, or he's gonna score himself. So, and thing is, Nuñez for the first however long, he'll probably come off in like the 60th minute. Big up, John.
Yeah.
And then when he comes off, they'll bring Jota on, and we know about Jota, man. You send that ball into the box. I don't know how he jumps higher than everyone, but somehow.
I know he's 5'7". He's not my height. I'm about 5'7". I'm a fine man.
So it might be a Portuguese thing, man, because Ronaldo leaps as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he leaps ridiculous, though, isn't it? I was on Monty's channel the other day, and I was like, we're talking about height. Everyone thinks Monty's 5'5". Right, but he's literally 6 foot. And
is Monty 6 foot?
Yeah.
Nah, he's not.
He's a tall lad, right? He's a tall lad. Everyone thinks he's tiny. Everyone thinks he's tiny. It's because he's got a small structure, ain't he? He's got a tiny frame.
Oh, bro. I thought Monty was a small man.
No, he's actually 6 foot. He's actually 6 foot.
I
said to him last night, though, it's just because you've got a small frame. So you look small on camera. And everyone thinks I'm 6'2" because I've got quite a big frame, but I'm actually only 5'7". I'm not
what?
Yeah, I'm only 5'7".
Nah, we're in a multiverse, bro. There's something going on, bro.
I'm 15 stone, but 5'7".
I thought you was taller than me, and I thought that Monts. You know what it is with Monts? It's because everyone kept mentioning the Lamptey thing.
Yeah,
so in my head, I've just got.
Lamptey's ridiculous.
I thought you was taller than me, man.
No, I'm only 5'7". I'm sure, but I'm quite wide and thick. So, but. Yeah, because I was a swimmer. I was a swimmer years and years and years.
Shoulders and that, I get it.
I've got a swimming physique. Not no more. I've got the coach's physique now. So that's gone. But yeah, I swam quite a lot. I did nationals, counties, everything.
Man, I'm heavy as shit, man. I weighed myself earlier, man. I'm like 19 stone 1 now.
You work out all the time, don't you? Muscles heavier than fat. That's what they always say.
My son just messaged me, man. He's pissed about the England score. Jesus.
Oh. Is he in the same house as you? Is he just
Nah, my son doesn't live with me, and he's with me half of the week.
No, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, he's with me half the week, and that's so he just messaged me and that. But
Jesus. I blame Channel 4. So do I, True Don. Why is the football on Channel 4?
I blame Michael Owen for everything. Him and his daughter.
Oh, he's still. I don't watch Love Island. So
I do, man. She got the same personality, bro.
Yeah. So I wanted to know if this is true because she looks like a nice-looking lady. Yeah.
Bro, I promise. Jay.
I looked at a clip of her today. She's as dull as dishwater.
Jay, I'm not trying to be funny. She has the same personality as Michael Owen.
Like, you don't want that, do you? You don't want that. You're like.
And she's in the house here. She's itching to tell everyone that her dad's Michael Owen, but no one's cares. No one now they don't know, but no one cares about what she's got to say. So every time one of the boys mention football, or do you think your dad will like me? She'll always be like, "Yeah, my dad likes football. I think he'll." I'm like, shut up.
But the thing is, though, she looks like Michael as well.
She does.
She really looks like Michael.
If you never told me, I would never know. But as soon as I found out it was his,
I was like, and you look, you're like, shit, yeah, that is Michael. It's a bit like Charlotte Flair, ain't it? You could never really sleep with Charlotte Flair without thinking of Rick, could you?
Nah,
I don't know how Andrade does it. You must put it out of the system.
Yeah, she does look
probably looks like Rick.
Yeah, she does. Man.
I love Charlotte Flair.
Legend.
Best women's wrestler in the company. Don't get her Jews.
Yeah.
John II, get Graham Potter as the England manager. Now,
we're all saying it, man.
Get Graham Potter. Graham Potter's a coach. Look what he's done with Brighton. Do you reckon Southgate could do what that Brighton what he's doing? No. Stop lying, Hugo. That's the cat.
Yo, listen.
Where's Pablo?
Pablo, come here. He's just looking at me like I'm an idiot now. Come here, man.
Go away, Dad. I don't.
You're gonna respect my dog, man.
It's all falling apart. What happened? They can't defend. Yeah, that used to be England's strong point. But bringing Maguire on and going to be a forward. They literally brought Maguire on. Why?
That's not the guy you want when you're losing.
To shore it up.
Oh, Jay, it's 4-0.
There you go. That's what Ricky's saying. That's why they brought Maguire. They brought Maguire on.
The game's finished. It finished 4-0.
4-0. Oh, I don't want to hear it, man.
Nah, Southgate's in the mud, man. Get out of the club, man. Get out.
France are coming at Deschamps, right? Because they finished bottom of their group as well, right? They lost every game. And they're coming for Deschamps. At least Deschamps has got a World Cup, and they still want him out.
Mate, Germany won
champions.
Germany won 5-2.
Yeah, and they want him out. Do you see what Austria did to him?
Yeah.
Everyone's saying so. Ralf Ragnick can do the gegenpress with Austrian players, but he couldn't do it with Man United.
Hold on a minute, man. Yo, Germany's coming for this World Cup, bro. I'm telling you, bro. They just beat Italy 5-2.
Jeez.
Timo Werner got 2. Gnabry got 2 assists.
They've got great young players, Germany. Always have had.
Jamie, is Thomas Muller possibly one of the most underrated players of all time?
Yeah, totally underrated. And
he's been banging in goals. It feels like he's been around for 30 years. I don't know.
What is he,
it's like, yeah, but when he came into football, he already looked like he was 27.
He looked 33 at 19, didn't he?
It's mad.
Never aged.
Because if you watch the World Cup 2010 back,
he looks the same age.
Yeah, he looks exactly like the same.
No age. The man is so talented. For some reason, he's never got his due. I don't understand why he's never got what's deserved to him. He's a tremendous footballer.
You know, everyone's talking about Benzema now, which is fair enough. He deserves it. Benzema hasn't been better than Muller in his career. He hasn't.
No.
Muller has been up there. He's never fell off, ever.
Muller's quality.
I think he's won every trophy apart from the Euros, I think, as well.
Yeah. His consistency for his whole career is such a high standard.
All of them.
He's never dropped either. Never dropped. Yeah, I don't think we talk about him well enough. I don't know why he's at Bayern Munich. I bet if he was at Real Madrid or something like that, we'd all like.
I think so.
Because he's been at Bayern Munich. I don't know. Where was he before Bayern Munich?
I don't know.
No, let us know.
It's going to be some other German club.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever not played in Germany. That's the thing.
No.
Maybe that's what it is.
Because I remember when he was in the German under 20. Remember that German under 21 something they had?
Yeah,
they had all them like Ozil and all that.
Yeah. Ridiculous, wasn't it? Yeah, the World Cup this next year is quite an open World Cup, I reckon.
France, no standout teams, really.
France, Germany, Argentina, and Brazil. I think it'll be one of them.
Depending on how the groups in that go, I think Netherlands could get kind of far.
Ireland are my dark horses, yeah. They're going to be exciting to watch.
I got a sneaky feeling about Fingy as well. Argentina. I just think.
I want Argentina to win it. Does that sound bad?
I want Messi to get the World Cup.
I want Messi to get the World Cup so we can shut this up and shut this down for once and for all.
Because for me, he's the greatest player of all time.
I've not seen it. I mean, I've watched Maradona a little bit.
Yeah.
No, when you watch Maradona's documentary, which is
great documentary,
one of the best football documentaries you'll ever like to see. I love the fact when he went to Napoli and he said he weren't about the money and he's talking about it. He said he weren't about the money. He just come out of his X-type Jag in his mint coat. We were like a 24-carat thick gold chain around his neck. And the reporter goes, "Did you come to Napoli for the money?" He went, "No." And this was the 80s. So you think it was a Jag X-type Jag, a mink coat, you know how much they cost, the gold chain. Yeah, like a massive fat Cuban like this.
Hey, that was cocaine Maradona, that was, man.
That was beautiful, Maradona.
Apparently, Muller played for this club called TSV, Paul, in Germany. He played for them since 1993 to 2000, and he's 32. So that means, hold on a minute, does that mean that he joined them when he was 3 years old? Because I'm 32, and if he joined them at 1993 and left in year 2000, it means he was 3 years old, bro. No wonder he's such a baller.
That's why it's so good. They're just like the 3 years old playing. Kicking the shit out of all the other 3-year-olds in the German.
He's 32, which means
is he only 32?
He's gonna play in this World Cup and the next one, isn't he? And he's gonna finish.
Is he only 32?
Someone's lying to us, Jay. I'm telling you, bro.
Not
This geezer's been around. He's 32, bro. He's born 13th of September '89.
Oh, that man's not got good skin.
Nah, because I met his sister at the Horse of the Year show in Birmingham.
All right.
And she's like a talented horse rider as well. She looked young, but she's probably about 50. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's mad, ain't it? I mean, the worst player, I swear, Diogo Costa. Apparently, he was 28 at Chelsea.
He's got a fake passport, man.
The man was 42. That was Costa was outrageous, guys. 100 of you watching us just chat here.
What's the dude with what's his name? It's gonna lose me now. He just played in AFCON, and they said he was 21, and he was the top goal scorer. He definitely ain't 21.
Oh, the Senegalese striker.
Yeah, he ain't 21. But this geezer's an uncle and a granddad.
He ain't been 21 for 20 years.
He's got a bootleg passport, man.
Do you remember what was the player that I can't remember his name now? It was the African player.
Roger Miller.
No, yeah, Roger Miller. That's it. He was apparently only. They said he was 42 at the 1990 World Cup.
When he done that dance, bro, he was 63 for sure.
The man was old. He was not 42. He was proper old. Yeah, I mean, it was a famous dance. And yeah, World Cup Italian 90. I don't think people realise. Have you seen the documentary with World Cup Italian 90?
Great documentary.
I don't think people realise that football was almost dead before that World Cup.
Yeah, man.
World Cup weren't on telly. The football was not on telly anywhere. Yeah. Even around Europe, in England, everything. They tried to shut football down. The only way you was able to watch football was actually go to the games. It was going to be completely killed off because of the hooligans. And
what was after that? It was USA, in it.
Yeah,
94.
USA 94.
So that's the first World Cup I remember, 94.
I remember Italian 90 is my one. I remember going to McDonald's to get the little the Mars, sponsored by Mars. You get the little soft football with the Pavarotti song, which is just goosebumps now when you hear it.
Well, Diana Ross is the missed penalty.
Oh, yeah.
Terrible penalty.
Oh, yeah, she took the penalty in the goal field then.
The goal, they just broke you know what that was? That was WWE all over again, innit? The table ain't going to break. Just pretend it breaks.
And it didn't break, did it? So they pulled it on each side.
She was clueless as well. She just carried on like nothing happened.
Yeah, she's just like, fuck it. I'm not paid to fucking kick a ball, am I? She's just singing her heart off. But yeah, 1990 World Cup, guys. Go and watch. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch this documentary. It saved football, and it ain't a lie. The World Cup saved football. The greatest World Cup song still, that Pavarotti song, gives you chills now listening to it. It wasn't the greatest World Cup in terms of football. I mean, it was pure filth. I mean, it was pure filth. I mean, there was a game where Cameroon had 4 people sent off.
Suspect, man.
And then Germany-Argentina final has to be the worst World Cup final of all time. It was just pure filth. And Maradona didn't turn up for it. And then 94 World Cup, Maradona got banned for cocaine. I'm not surprised when you saw that celebration. I think people asked questions. I think people watched it and thought, you think we should test the over? Because it's not quite right.
It's my favourite thing, man. When the World Cup season comes around, they always put them documentaries on, like 100 World Cup moments.
Mike Bassett, sorry.
Hey.
Let's get Mike Bassett in the Christmas tree formation, with the Christmas pudding formation.
Mike Bassett's football is amazing. I love that, man.
I love that film. I've never seen the TV series, but
I didn't watch TV series either.
The film is amazing.
Yeah, man.
When he goes to that bloke, because he's trying to get the bloke back out of retirement play for him, he's just smoking in pools and everything, don't he?
Didn't he do a Liverpool one as well after the Champions League final?
Yeah.
He did, didn't it? I remember that, man.
And he went, do a Maradona. And the camera's not on him when he's saying it, ain't it? And you think he's doing that Maradona goal where against England where he takes everyone on. But he actually handballs it in the net.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey man, legendary stuff, man. What happened to all the football stuff, man? This is what I'm saying. Nothing's out anymore. Do you remember Footballers' Wives and that? Come on.
I used to like Footballers' Wives. It was
I used to love it, man. A Dream Team.
It was Dream Team on Sky One.
Yeah, man. Harchester United and that.
Yeah, with the Scouser. The Scouser was the manager, weren't he? It was in Holby City. He was in Holby City as well.
Mate,
he was the manager. And then they all went missing on the plane. Man. They went missing on the plane. They never found the plane.
Bro,
do you remember that?
Bro, that whole series confused the hell out of me as a kid, yeah, because there's Harchester United, and I remember I just remember that one of the episodes with
their defender. Do you remember that? They all got messed up. Because Dream Team, I don't know if anyone watched this in the chat, guys, but Dream Team was like this fantasy football team.
It was amazing, man.
With a made-up team that played at the New Den, by the way. They played at Millwall's New
Den.
Played
at the New Den, yeah.
And that was their football ground. And they basically edited matches, real-life matches, and put it into their game. So things like that. So they looked like they're actually playing a game of football. And but there was a few episodes. But apparently there was this Argentinian centre-back. He's meant to be the next best thing, and he literally got linked with Liverpool in the TV programme. So it was like fake, like Liverpool coming in for him.
When he's sleeping with everyone's wife as well, bro.
Yeah, and he was sleeping with the manager's wife.
Yeah, because the manager's wife was Carla, innit?
Yeah, from Corrie, yeah, from the knicker lady, from the knicker factory. And this is, but guys, if you've not seen this, or you're old enough to remember it. So he got linked with Liverpool in an actual fictional TV program, but Sky Sports thought it was real and went to the actor's house, ask him if it's true he's going to Liverpool Football Club in real life. They got it so confused. And then there was an episode where they got into Europe and the plane never got found.
Yeah, man, because I remember Thingy ended up being the captain in it. Ryan Naismith, the one at Hollyoaks. Calvin.
That's it. And the bloke in it was in Footballers' Wives as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. Conrad. Yeah. And then there was Linda Block.
So shit, it was good. It was so shit, it was good. It was just one of them. And for some reason, it was always on during the summer holidays, wasn't it?
I loved it, man. And then when Footballers' Wives come out, it was pure filth, man.
Yeah. Kathy Bill getting done on the snooker table.
I knew he was going to say that.
Oh, dear. Ramsdale is shocking truth on that. It's true. It's true. This show just turned into something completely different.
Yeah, them camera dives don't work in international football, bro.
No, camera dives definitely do not work. He's such a. I'm going to say I think Pickford's better than Ramsdale, and I don't think Pickford's that great. But I think Pickford's.
You're probably right to be fair.
I think he's better goalkeeper.
Pope's better than both of them.
Nick Pope should be England #1, but because he plays for Burnley, apparently he's not good enough. Well, right, let's get some of these chats down. Dream Team was so good, Ivan remembers. There you
Legendary stuff, man.
The managers from the original early 90s. They went to the Champions League. That's right, they did go to Champions League. They flew a plane to away in Europe. The plane crashed and they never found them. And I remember sitting watching this episode thinking, because me and my missus, we were together then, it's before we were married and everything. And we were together then. We used to watch it because it was on during the day. It was summer holidays. So we used to eat because it was on at breakfast time, wasn't it? And I was watching it and thinking, right, obviously they got to find them because that's the whole team. No, the next week they got a brand new side. I thought, what is it? You can't do this. This is not how it works. I thought that would be the end of the series, but they carried on.
Mate, that program gave so many people their starting acting, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of people. You go back and look who was in that program. A lot of people in it. Chike, aka Ndaka.
Come on, Chike.
How you doing, Chike? Yeah, England is shit, man. You're lucky you're American. Great team of Brazil in 2002 World Cup when they won all 7 games and finished with 18 and 4 goal volumes. Yeah, that tech, like they had Ronaldo, Rivaldo, and Ronaldinho up front, and they weren't going to win that. Is that the greatest front three in international football ever?
Yeah.
Ronaldinho.
I don't think there's a question behind it, man. I think
Ronaldo
definitely
as your front three. And I remember going into that World Cup, everyone was thinking Ronaldo was past it. You remember?
Yeah.
He got on a bit of weight.
Because I think, if I'm correct, from the 90s, say from when I started watching about 94 and that, every time somebody won the World Cup, the next tournament, they weren't very good. Like, France won 98, and then I remember 2002 because I remember the Senegal game. I was at school, and Bapa Booby drew up, scored in it, and they lost 1-0. They went out in the group stage.
Yeah.
And then 2006, obviously after Brazil got to the semi-final, and they lost to France. Henry scored that goal.
It was Italy, France in that final.
Yeah, and it was Italy France final with the headbutt.
Yeah.
That was a bit suspect though, because in Italy everyone was getting relegated for match fixing and that, Juve and that, and then they won the World Cup. I was like, what?
That was exactly the same time, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then 2010 was Spain. Spain's probably the best team to retain stuff because they won the Euros, the World Cup, and then the Euros again.
Yeah, that squad was ridiculous, wasn't it?
It was Barcelona, wasn't it? It was a Barcelona squad.
It was the Barcelona 11 with a few extras, but that
few sprinkles of Ramos on that, bro. But the rest of it,
yeah, you can win stuff now. You with Barcelona.
Yeah, that was when Torres came to the scene, man. The first one.
Yeah, he got the winner in the final against Germany, didn't he? Euros.
Yeah, and then we had the other final, the Spain and Holland final, which was the 2000 South Africa runner.
Yeah. Is that when Dion got sent off, or should have got sent off?
He didn't get booked for that. He didn't get booked for that fly kick.
No. Basically, drop kicked Alonso in the face.
Yeah. You know who was bad in that game? Is it Van Bommel?
Yeah,
this guy was kicking people all game and got one yellow card, bro.
It was a shit final, wasn't it?
Iniesta scored in that final, innit?
That's it. He got the winner. Yeah, he got the winner.
To be fair, that was a crap final, but Thingy was a crap final as well. 2018. That was Argentina, Germany, and Goetze scored. Trash final.
I was so Goetze got the winner, didn't he? In extra time. I was so wanting Argentina to win that World Cup.
Yeah. It looked like Germany was going to go out in the group stage, to be honest, because they had USA and Ghana in their group, and it's a very good group that was.
I'll tell you what. Do you remember when South Korea got to the semi-final of their own World Cup? Not corrupt at all.
You know that because back then South Korea and North Korea were fine with each other and it had one leader. I don't know if you know this. If you go on YouTube, if you watch their news report, they think they've won the World Cup. Yeah, this day.
Yeah, it's mad.
Because they edited the game against Brazil, they lost 4-1. They edited their one goal to say that they won. It's a fact, man. They edited that goal and put it at the end of the game, so it looked like they beat Brazil 1-0. And in North Korea now and South, they think that they won the World Cup.
Because they beat Spain in Italy.
Yeah. And I mean, to be fair, who's telling their leader that they didn't? You know what I'm saying?
And then they got the semi-final in Brazil. That you ain't messing around now. This is Brazil. We're just beating you. I don't care. We take no part. No pride.
That was back when Rivaldo took a ball to the knee and then fell over. That was horrible. That was, man.
Cheating bastard. And you don't need to do it. He didn't need to do it.
It didn't even make sense here because even if somebody kicked the ball in your face, it's not cheating.
No.
It was at the corner flag.
If it hits his face and goes off, it's just a throw-in or a corner or a goal kick or whatever it is at the time. It's not a foul.
There's some moments, that like I can't remember the different World Cups because obviously some of them I weren't born for. But when I watched there was that one with Brazil versus Zanzibar or somewhere, and I think that like all the players were playing for their life, innit? Because their dictator was saying that we're gonna get rid of you if you don't beat Brazil. And there's a free kick, and they just keep running out the wall and blasting the ball away. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen, man. Football was mad, bro. And then obviously we had the Colombian own goal, and we know what happened to that guy after.
Oh yeah, geez.
Escobar got rid of him, man.
He got a flight home in which he did. Jesus. They're proper serious over there.
Man, football's a dangerous game, man. Because you see what happened to that guy who took Maradona's body, innit?
Yeah.
And then they found him in the dumpster a couple of weeks later. Maradona's God to them people. Don't mess with him.
You literally unless you want to lose something, you don't touch him. Oh yeah, Cole Fletcher. I remember in Dream Team, Cole Fletcher. Cole Fletcher got his big move to Real Mallorca.
Yeah, Cole Fletcher was the skipper, man.
Yeah. He had the air, didn't he? That flick up there. He's the playboy. He was the playboy, weren't he? Sleeping with women. And he got and they wanted to get rid of him because of his shenanigans. So Real Mallorca paid $4 million.
I remember it, man. You had him. You had Naismith, and then what was it? You know the one who was in Hollyoaks as Calvin.
Oh yeah.
Alex Dempsey.
Alex Dempsey. Jesus Christ. Oh dear. John says Brazil versus Ahiri.
There you go.
Random. I don't know.
There you go. Come on, John. That's the match I'm on about, man. They were just kicking the ball out of the way from the free kick and that, saving their life and that.
Yeah, because weren't they were meant to be in the wall and they ran out and just kicked the ball straight away.
Yeah, because obviously they thought like if the score were dead. So
I remember that now. I remember that.
And there's one with Iran, and the dictator orders them to leave the pitch, and they just leave. He just tells them, get off the pitch, get battered, leave, bro, then leave, bro. Like, football's mad, bro.
Jesus Christ, I love all this. Helen, the other mod mother in the house. Helen, how you doing? I won't be on in the morning. I have actually got an appointment at Specsavers at 12 o'clock.
Come on.
Eyes. I've been getting headaches a lot, especially doing this. And I think I'm at an age now, I think I just need my eyes tested. I don't need my eyes tested.
Get some of these, Jay.
I mean, I'm going to look sexy in glasses. Let's get that right first. But I'm going to have to... I get headaches every night. I always get really bad headaches after I'm doing this. And I'm at an age now where I think I just need my eyes tested. So
yeah,
I'll be doing a stream tomorrow afternoon, early evening.
Yeah, so I would say, Jay, even if you get tested and say your eyes are okay, these ones what I wear on the stream sometimes, they're not prescription. The thingy, the blue light glasses.
Oh, the blue light ones. Yeah,
it reflects everything away, man. Because obviously you've seen that I used to do so much flipping wrestling streams, and they used to kill me.
That probably helped me a lot. So
they're only like $10 off Amazon or something like that. But
can't go on through like
this.
Yeah. Jamie, do you remember the show Mark Owen's soccer skills? I do remember.
Oh,
do you remember Mark Owen's
poster on it?
Yeah, and do you remember Mark Owen's PlayStation game?
Yeah, man.
Mark Owen Worldwide Soccer.
Who said that, Ravi? Big up Ravi, man.
Big up
Ravi. He used to come on ITV, that did. He used to be that the little boy used to go to his room and that, and then Michael would start talking from the poster.
What?
With Bernard's watching.
That's not creepy.
Yeah, it sounds a bit mad when you say it like that, boy.
It was back in the day.
Fun fact. You know the word techers is in the dictionary now, isn't it?
Yeah.
After all these years. I was there when the word was created for the first time in the football sense. I swear to you, bro. You know Wayne Rooney's Street Striker? That thing he done with the kids?
Yeah.
My friend was on in it, Jermaine, in it. So we was there filming. He came to Nietzsche's. It's mad Rooney came to Nietzsche's, but he came to Nietzsche's, bro. That's what I was like. And the guy who was on it, I can't remember what the guy's name is. I think he was a football coach. And he created the word, man, for football. Early times in that, unbelievable techers.
Yes, we say that all the time now. Like someone obviously had to say it before. There you go.
I don't even use it in football. I use it for everyday life.
Everything now, ain't it? It's everything now.
Yeah, it's a great program. That's techers.
Yeah, it's true.
It makes no sense because techers means technique, but
but everyone uses it as a different way of talking.
Yeah.
But Mark Owen's soccer skills and Mark Owen Worldwide Soccer and Worldwide Soccer 2. He had 2 games.
Yeah, man.
Shit.
Remember that football game, Red Card?
Yes.
You had to get You used to get a boost on that and Shaolin Soccer.
Yeah. And do you remember Adidas Power Up Soccer?
Hey, you had Gerard on the front, bro.
Yeah, that's it. And what was the one? It was really of its time, and it was a football game, but you could only control one player. It was on the PlayStation 1.
This is football?
I used to like This Is Football, though. I think
This Is Football had like
Victory
Heskey Skulls or Heskey and Butt on the front. Random.
Yeah. It was a random This Is Football. I remember that with the red stripe. But I think it was like Victory Football or something like that.
Victory Football, yeah, because it came out when the first Pro came out. Not Pro, but...
You could only control one player
ISS.
on the team. So it was a bit ahead of its time, but no one like...
Do you remember the old ISS and it had Paul Ince on the front?
ISS Pro or something.
And you used to press the menu. You used to be like, International Superstar Soccer Pro. You used to make this horrible noise when they'd run with the ball, man.
Yeah, it sounded like they were kicking a dead body down the ground. It was mad. It was mad.
Oh, bring back the old days, man. And bring back the Nike adverts as well, man. Fed up with this internet business.
We had Ravanelli and Paul Ince on the cover.
Yeah, man. Bring it all back, man. Bring back them Scorpion adverts as well. The Nike Scorpion adverts. Davids and Andy Cole and that. Come
on. The pro games, Evo, whatever you call it, PES, Pro Evo, ISIS. They were the best football games.
I think the first best one was Pro Evolution Soccer 2.
Oh, it's a game. My favourite is
Master League and that.
My favourite is 6 with Adriano on the front.
Adriano.
Yeah,
99 shot.
99 shot power. You just shoot from anywhere. It's a goal.
Mate, ridiculous, man. Everyone used to use him as well.
And it's so good. You played the Master League and you just like, it was so good. And then
remember they didn't have the rights to all the names on that. So
I remember when ISIS Pro first came out on the PlayStation 1, and the best player in the team. Because no matter what team you played,
man,
you always had the same players.
Yeah.
The best player was the striker called Umbro.
Umbro, yeah. That was back when we was called
He was immense.
Liverpool was Merseyside Red, innit?
That's it. Merseyside Red, Merseyside Blue.
I remember if you played against Netherlands, all their players' names were numbers apart from Van Nistelrooy, and he was called Van Nistelrooy and Roberto Lacos.
He was the only one licensed. It didn't bother me though, because you could edit it. There was an edit thing, weren't it?
I used to enjoy editing it.
Yeah, and you could edit it all, and it'd be all fine.
Yeah,
anyway.
man.
I used to like it. It didn't used to bother me because the game itself was so good. It was so.
Yeah, the game was ridiculous, but it was amazing.
More realistic in FIFA. FIFA does my editing.
Yeah, but then Konami said that Konami had enough and sold the whole thing, bro.
Yeah, and now FIFA is not going to be good for FIFA next season. It's going to be
it's gonna be EA football,
EA Sports FC or something.
Yeah, shambles, man.
It's never going to be the same.
No.
Old Fletcher was the greatest of his time.
Yeah, he was, man. He was proper one of them boys, innit?
John, I hated Pez. What was Merseyside Red? Subutio. I had a Subutio table. See,
I had it, man. I was terrible at Subutio as a kid.
I didn't know how to play it. I used to pretend I was a manager and set up formations.
Hey, man, it's probably why you know so much about football now, bro.
That's what I used to do all the time. I used to set up all formations and different tactics Liverpool would go to play. And I used to do it on my Subutio table.
I used to take the players to school, man, in my pocket, and
because you had to flick them, and you're only allowed to flick them once, and then the other position has a chance and all that. But I used to collect everything. You could buy the grandstands, couldn't you? Like
the cardboard stands to go around the side.
Yeah, you could get the advertising boards. You could pay for little bits here and there. It was the male version of Surveillant Families. That's basically what it was.
It was.
That's basically what it was. Which, by the way,
man, Jay, we need to get a petition, man. Bring everything back. Bring back Toys R Us as well, man. Stop messing around, bro.
Toys R Us ruled. Blockbuster.
Bring it all back, bro.
There's nothing better on a Friday night than going to Blockbuster, getting a couple 100%. Of videos, getting your ice cream in there, your popcorn, your drink.
Bro, don't you think that the streets were safer when that was around, bro? Because think of all the stuff that was on now. The streets were safe when Blockbuster was out, bro.
Yeah.
And Woolworths and that.
Yeah.
Pick a mix.
Yeah. I mean, kids used to spend hours trying to nick you and pick a mix. They're busy.
Yeah, bro. Security guard couldn't stop me, bro. Not with the bubblegum cola bottles, bro. Bro. And they used to have them little cans, bro, for no reason.
Yeah, what was them little cans of Coke? Like,
mate, one swig it was over, bro.
They were like 30p. And I don't want that.
Hey, mate, I'll tell you what about inflation, bro. Freddo's a 30-something p now, bro. So you know it's game over.
I bet the caramel ones are a quid.
Yeah. Don't talk to me about Nuñez prices, bro. When you see the price of Freddo's, you realise why it costs that much, bro.
Oh, yeah, totally. No, Pez was actually poor. Look, it's gameplay, I say, is better than FIFA.
Gameplay was the best. It was way better than FIFA. Was too easy back then. Way too easy.
Yeah, and now FIFA's frustrating.
I'll tell you what I liked about FIFA was just the soundtrack, man. The tracks. Because they used to get me into all this like rock music I didn't know about.
Yeah, they had all the that's the thing.
Do you remember Thingy? Tell you what was a good FIFA. It was on Nintendo 64. FIFA 98, Road to World Cup. Dope. Indoor football.
Oh, yes.
And you used to have Blur as the soundtrack in it.
Yeah, 98. Yeah, woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah, that was the best one, bro.
Yeah, 98 World Cup. France 98 World Cup as a quality game. John's for there. Boom, rap, power plays. There you go.
Hey, 3, 2, 1, let it rip.
What was the Pogs? Did you ever play Pogs?
Oh, mate, I had the Tasmanian Devil Pog.
Yeah. Everyone collected them. When I was I don't know. You might have been a bit, because you're a bit younger than me. You might have done this. But when we was kids, we used to collect phone cards.
Phone cards?
Do you remember the old BT phone cards?
Nah, what was that?
Right, I'm an old cunt.
Nah, but tell me, bro. I want to know, bro. Educate me, bro.
So back in the day when you used to go to a phone box, you used to have to go to a news agents and buy a phone card, like a metal phone card. Yeah. And you slot that in like a card slot.
Oh yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah. They're saying like it's a debit card. You put that in, and
yeah.
And it'll put a little line, a click on your card.
Yeah.
But we used to collect them as kids because you got all wicked designs.
Oh,
we used to collect them as kids. We used to take them into school and play swapsies. You know, we ain't got this.
Come on.
It's a big thing back when I was in school. And what was the other one? The Premier League sticker album, Panini stickers.
Come on, Merlin and that.
Yeah. Shinies. So when you was in school, what was one shiny worth? Because it was 5 stickers.
Yeah, it was. It depended who it was, but usually it was worth 5. I think if it was If it was the main striker, we'd do it for 10.
Hmm.
Yeah, man, I was dangerous, man. Listen, the streets got dangerous when Pokemon came up, bro. That's when the streets got dangerous, bro. That's when I turned into. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was the guy, bro. If I come to your area, put your Pokemon cards away, bro.
I've never played Pokemon.
I bet.
I got Pokemon Go on my phone when it came out, and all brand new. I thought, this is quite interesting. So I see people not looking, crossing the road, and getting smashed up. It's like, Jesus Christ, get off the phone.
Yeah, I've got my finger still in the room, and my Game Boy Color with Pokemon Red, because I started collecting some of the nostalgia pieces a few years back, man. So I've got a few, man.
I used to love it. Oh yes, LA Main Manager. That was
amazing.
A quality game.
The best one.
If I remember rightly, if you put in the cone King Midas, you got
King
£1
Midas.
billion or something like that.
Yeah.
And you built, because you could build your stadium, couldn't you?
Incredible,
I remember like Super Anfield. It was ridiculous. It was like 90,000.
Yeah. You can tell from speaking to some people that their knowledge came from Football Manager. I swear you can tell.
I love all them old games.
Because it helps with all the transfers and that, man.
Yeah, and I used to like FIFA Manager as well.
Yeah, FIFA Manager was good.
FIFA Manager and FA Premier League Manager. That was
man.
Well.
Yeah, there's so much games, man. In school, this game's not popular and so people probably won't know, but there was this game, Roberto Baggio Football, in school on the PC. You just used to take free kicks only.
Yeah, and you used to try and practice the Baggio 7. You had to practice doing the Baggio 7. So you had to do right foot, knee, shoulder, header.
Oh, bro, that shit was hilarious.
The Baggio 7. Who don't know?
Oh, man. Big up Roberto Baggio, man. What a baller.
Oh, man. Seen him now. Looks like a gangster.
Yeah.
Pez was legit. Remember Pez 5 days at the crack.
Yeah, cracked into squad. That's the one, man.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. But this was a game championship.
The first one to have because obviously at the beginning we didn't have no teams with the names, and then we had that one. Is it PES 3 when it had Henry and John Terry on the front? Arsenal burgundy kit, Chelsea blue kit with the gold.
No, do you know? I think that was PES 4. PES 3.
PES 4.
Yeah, PES 3 had the referee on the front.
Oh, Pierre Collini. The orange background.
Yeah, that's a quality game.
Yeah.
The PES back in the day. PES 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are arguably the greatest football games ever made.
The one with I stopped playing it properly with. I got some after, but the one with Henry. No, with Owen and Torres, is it?
Yeah. That was like 09 moment.
Yeah, 09. That was shambles, man.
Yeah, that's when it started to give up on itself. But PES from 1 to 6 was untouchable.
Yeah. I agree. Because FIFA copied their gameplay after that one. What I was on about with Owen. That's when I started playing FIFA again. Because I used to use every time I play FIFA, I use alternate because I was using pro buttons. But yeah, man.
That's when you could. I remember Duck Hunt.
Oh, mate, I've still got it, I've still got my Duck Hunt, bro.
Duck Hunt was with Mario on the same cartridge, if I remember right.
Yeah. But my finger doesn't work anymore, though. My Nintendo, it doesn't turn on, but I've just got it.
I used to love Nintendo over Sega every day of the week.
Oh, yeah, man. N64 GoldenEye. Come on.
Oh, is there a better game ever?
But if you didn't play that, then I feel bad for your childhood.
GoldenEye was just...
That was the most serious game, bro. And if you had the golden gun, it was over, bro.
Yeah. It was generational, that game.
Because, versus mode on it, obviously you could play with loads of your friends. And then when you done the story was actually sick, man.
Oh, yeah, the story on it was
sick,
wasn't it? It's like the film. It was just like you was in the
just
film.
like the film, man.
It was a
You used to go to that place with the hangar when you're outside and it's snowing.
Yeah. Oh. And nothing looked like that back in the day either.
Nah, it didn't, man.
Look at it now, it's really blocky as shit.
One of a kind, man.
But back there, it's still playable now.
It used to be a dinosaur game at the time when that came out. What was it called? Like T-Rock or something like that. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
It's proper popular, man. I had it, but I weren't into it that much. But
I do remember what you're on about. Yeah, there was.
And then Smash Brothers and that came out after and all that.
Yeah. Oh, Zelda boy. I used to play Zelda all the time.
Oh, mate, Zelda is the only game in my life where I've sat on it and done nothing for about 5 hours and still just carried on playing it. And that music will turn you crazy, man.
Yeah.
That soft lullaby music.
Yeah. It's great. Love them games.
Just stopping in random bridges to talk to people about, I'll go and speak to that tree. I'm like, bro, I've been doing this for 5 hours, man.
I talked to that tree.
Feels like that in Final Fantasy, man.
He was just taking the piss out of you. He was taking the piss out of you. Link, go and talk to that tree, bro.
Yeah, because there was always a part in that game. You start getting tired and you're walking around in circles, just speaking to the same people. That's why I stopped playing Final Fantasy, because it was like it's too much talking.
Oh yeah. Final Fantasy 7.
And then
Final
Metal Gear
Fantasy
Solid
7
was my
is the
game.
greatest intro to any game ever made.
Yeah, it was.
It's the greatest intro to any game ever made. Final Fantasy.
But I used to love. Obviously, I got Vice City came out. Metal Gear Solid for me was amazing, man.
Yeah, man.
Snake.
That's great.
Huh? What was that noise?
Yeah. You just moved in your box a little bit.
Mate, that was so detailed, bro.
Yeah, it's before its time, man. It's so before its time. I couldn't be bothered with the undercover stuff. I used to just go in there.
You used to run through and try and
just go in there. A bit like Hitman on the old Xbox. I had Hitman on the Xbox. I used to just be like, can't be bothered doing all this. Yeah, I just jump into the action. Like, here
I had the last one, to be fair, the one that came out like 7 months ago. Dope, man. Yeah, still a dope game, man. But yeah, you're right about Metal Gear Solid. The only thing is, when that geezer's screaming when you die, I'm like, bro, you phoned my phone. How do you know I'm dead? You just start screaming. Snake!
Oh, genius game.
Commodore 64, baby, come on.
Yeah, I had Commodore 64. I had an Amiga 800 as well.
Was it Atari as well?
Yeah, I had all them. Sensible World of Soccer. That's what you talk about. Sensible World.
Tetris must be one of the dopest games of all time for something so simple.
I think it's the biggest selling single game ever. Right?
Yeah, it's like that and Space Invaders.
I think Mario's like the biggest game ever, but because there's about 100 of them. But Tetris on its own for a single thing, I think it's the biggest selling for such a simple game as well.
Simple, man.
Such a simple game, but the bloke who made it, was he Russian, wasn't
he? He's Russian.
Yeah, these Russians, man. Spectrum wasn't shit like that. That Amstrad 64, CPS NES, C64 helped save the gaming industry.
The Amstrad 464 is Alan Sugar's, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he made his millions, man, and now he's firing people for no reason.
The old Amstrads. Yeah, I mean, do you remember the Neo Geo?
Yeah, man.
And what was it? The Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Never happened with it. Never happened. Guys, I've actually got to go, so I'm meant to be on someone else's channel.
Oh, mate, the nostalgia kicks in, man. You have to just make it a series where we talk about old stuff.
Guys, so I'll tell them the news. So Savage is going to be joining us as the co-host every Tuesday night.
Come on.
So the phone, you guys have been asking for it. So every Tuesday night, starting next week, we're going to be doing a call-in show. Savage is going to be the host on it with me every single week, guys. So something to look forward to. So make sure you get calling in, guys. So look forward to that. And tomorrow, I will have my Roy Hodgson season review. So look out for that. That should be fun. Look at the crap we.
Is that a live video, Jay? Was it pre-recorded?
No, I'm just doing it live.
Oh, it's going to be interesting.
My pre-recorded stuff is all. My computer is jank. I'm doing well with what I'm doing right now because I've got an old Mac. And
I had the same problem when I started.
Macs don't like updating. What
man.
Mac started to do? Oh, well, you need updating, but it will cost 200 quid. What? But then parts don't exist no more, so you have to get a new Mac. So
mate, I think everyone who starts YouTube should start on a busted computer, man. It gives you some work ethic, man. My computer was terrible.
Exactly. I mean, I will work up to a new computer, and once I get a new computer, that's when quality will get better.
Yeah.
But till then, just be live. So yeah. Tune in for that tomorrow, guys. So it'll be sometime tomorrow afternoon, guys. So make sure you just subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Big up everyone in the chat, man.
Never a dull night, come on, guys. Now people complain about 70 quid love. Yeah, Jesus, don't tell me about games today, especially your EA Sports, when they ask you to pay 30 quid extra for DCLs, when I've already paid 70 quid for a game.
It's a bit of genius now because kids don't have no attention span. So if you buy them a game today, like by tomorrow, the back to whatever they were playing.
Yes, it's mad. Right, guys, we have definitely got to get out of here. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Much love, much peace.
Everyone.